I thrown you off.
Nope.
Didn't think so.
How you doing, young lady? Feeling that you're giving really drives me crazy. You don't have a player like a joke. I was at a local word first time that we spoke.
You're looking for a girl that'll treat you right. You're looking for in the daytime with the light.
Might be the type, but play my cards right. I'll find out by the end of the night.
You expect me to just let you hit it, but wouldn't still respect me if you get it.
All I can do is try. Give me one chance. The problem, I don't see no ring on your hand. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm curious about you. You seem so innocent.
You wanna get in my world, get lost in it. I'm tired of running. Let's walk for a minute. All that's come down to chivalry is dead, but you still kinda cute.
Hey, I can't keep my mind off you. You wet, do you mind if I be foolish?
Out of this world, come with me to my planet. Get you on my level, you think that you can handle it.
They call me Mark. Last name, now I can't.
Big girl, I can handle this. I'll keep it real when it comes to me. Put you for me on top.
I want you on my team.
So is everybody else.
Maybe we can keep it up. Let your guard down. Ain't nobody got it. If you would, girl, I know my place for you, girl.
What kind of girl do you take me for? Don't get mad, don't be mean.
Hey, be man, don't get me.
Don't get mad, don't be mean.
Hey, I can see you with my t-shirt on.
See you with nothing. But you bring that on.
Bring that on.
You can live it.
You should stay on it.
I'm trying to get inside you. See if you can work the way you
Okay, it's alright. I got something that you won't like.
put the ice on your shoes. You like me.
Okie dokie. I am finally live. Ron! You cannot wear the hat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friend. It's just not possible. I totally didn't see you there. So, I'm always behind on setting up things. Do yeah. Not do anything. Oh gosh, you almost slipped. I can go for that. Aw, thank you for all of the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh gosh, you are a crazy cat. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create a copy of this. This one's gonna be for my live streams. Aw, thank you, Lomo, for sharing the live. Wow. Look at you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Movie night was fun. Movie night was fun. We gotta set up the next one. Gotta set up that poll. I was debating about like asking the chat first what movies to put on to vote. I'm trying to finish this Kofi thing.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network, so you can connect with the most important people in your life.
Hey, it's your padrino. What are we doing this weekend? A walk to the park it is.
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, we'll automatically credit you a full day service. Guaranteed. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident infecting 10 or more towers, must be connected to infected tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
So good, so good, so good. New markdowns are on at your Nordstrom Rack store. Save even more, up to 70% on dresses, tops, boots, and handbags to give and get.
Because I always find something amazing.
There's so many good brands.
I get an extra 5% off with my Nordstrom credit card.
Hi, Kitty.
Total queen treatment.
Join the Nordy Club at Nordstrom Rack to unlock our best deals. Big gifts, big perks. That's why you rack.
Okay. An image is required. Where you been? I know it's been over a week since I've streamed. I have been working on set on a film and a TV show pretty much back to back to back to back. And I had the weekend off and then I worked yesterday again. So I've been pretty exhausted. Doesn't help that my blood sugar's also just been way up there, so it was a little hard to find the motivation to just do it. You're working though, excited for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Larry Legend, he knows my old ways. Good morning, Grim. Alright, I'll start with Larry Legend. We can do that. See about changing my work schedules. Go earlier. We could create a list. We could break it down by genre or something. Totes up to you. We could talk more about it. Yeah. Totes down. I like how my kitty is just... What is this? Didn't complete the Go Popular mission. Can let them know they can daily points after completing all day missions. I don't know what that means. Chair Maniac. Hi, friend. Okay. I'm gonna do Larry Legend and then Grim. Kitty, I know, he likes to be here. Don't you, buddy? What could be said for our dear friend Larry Legend? And then after Larry Legend, we'll do Grim. King of Cups. We always get the King of Cups for you, I feel like. I like how they're both wearing red hats. And there's like yellow on the outside, yellow on the inside. Feel like a lot of chaoticness here. 7 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. 7 of Swords is that sneaky energy. Good to see you, friend, princess. It's always a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure. Power watching on the tubes and the talk surged through me. Thank you for supporting me on both platforms, friend. Witches and wizards, hello, friends. Silver, I think it's funny. You're covering part of it, but it's okay. Kitty kits. Aw, thank you for following. Thank you. Hold up. Let me see what the 7 of Swords says here. Deception, betrayal, and tricks. If you want to succeed, you need to seek another new method. That's one way to go about it with that card. Money-related decisions. In the face of storms of life, you must face it calmly. And it's funny that the King of Cups is underneath. So, Larry Legend. You gotta find a new method to whatever the situation's going on. 7 of Swords, to me, is always like this sneaky energy. But there's two sides to this. One side is you're sneaky because... you can't trust the people around you, and they don't exactly believe in your dreams or are understanding of what it is that you're trying to do. On the other hand, you're being sneaky because you feel like I can't trust them and there's no one to trust and rah, 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 right? You're just like purposely withholding information from people you feel like you could trust but don't. So it just kind of varies, but I feel like it boils down to either way you have to find a new method. The 2 of Pentacles, it's juggling life, your finances, your social life, your sleeping schedule, your work schedule. It's like you got a lot going on, and it's a matter of you're doing a good job, but there's a lot on your plate. So I feel like the question is, how can you make that juggling not so intense? How can you go about juggling everything in a more smooth, calmly way instead of trying to like chaotically balance everything all at once? What's your cat's name? It's Silver. His name, him is Silver. He's a good boy. But yeah, with the King of Cups underneath, it's a reminder of no matter how chaotic things may be in your life at the moment, how can you calmly approach the situation and calmly find a solution? So if you need to back off from people so that you can find out what those solutions may be, then by all means do it. but don't back off because like you're trying to hide things and like you feel like you can't ask for help. If you can't ask for help because you know you can't trust the people, that's one thing. But if you're not asking for help because you're just like, no, I could do it on my own, then be honest, can you? Hard teach, mahalo. Mr. Casey, hello. Sam Solomon, hey friend. Yeah. I'm gonna do Grim, and then I'll do Cameron Cool, and then I'll do Solomon. So Grim, Cameron Cool, Solomon. And if you guys would like a full reading on the live, I did set up my Ko-fi. I'm just charging $5 for a live reading. So if you guys would like one, just head on over to that page and I'll bump you up on the list. It's not expected, of course. Grim, because I only do one card for free. You have the Judgment. I mean, they're kind of naked, so I don't know if I can. With the 5 of Cups underneath. Okay, Grim. It's funny. I feel like this is the Grim card. But Judgment, what paired with the 5 of Cups? It's okay. Judgment's all about dropping the mask. Judgment's all about you are ready to step into your authenticity. You are ready to reveal who it is that you are to the world. And you are ready to rejoice in that you're tired of living this lie that you've created. The song that's playing is I Need a Hero. You are ready to be your own hero. You are ready to just put in the work to be yourself, to reveal who it is that you are. But of course, that doesn't come without losing a few things. The 5 of Cups underneath is don't stay too focused on what it is that you're losing from revealing who you are, from dropping the mask. You know, you may be losing some friends who may not understand. You may be losing family members who may not understand. You may be losing your jobs, your coworker, like whatever it is. Don't stay too focused on the loss. 5 of Cups is like 3 cups have spilt over. You still have 2 cups that are still standing. Stay focused on the 2 cups. Stay focused that when you are authentically living your truth, you're going to feel so much better. At first, it may not feel that way, right? Because the cups have spilt over and you look rather grim. But it is okay, Grim. You will be fine. Everything's going to work out. Because when you're living your authentic truth, you no longer have to pretend to be happy. So those things, sure, at the time and for a time, it may felt like it brought you happiness, but the truth is, it doesn't bring you that long-term happiness. All right, Cameron Cool, it is now your turn. What is this? 3 of Wands. Thank you, Miss Chaos. Of course. And 6 of Pentacles underneath. Interesting. 3 of Wands. I always get 3 and 2 confused. 3 is to obtain a symbol of expansion. It also means that you have embarked on a journey of exploration. I'm be for real, I don't remember who's a sub or not. I wonder if there's a way for me to check, but I don't know how to do that, so womp womp. But Cameron Cool, 6 and 3, embarking on a journey. I feel like this is the one where he's looking off at the distance and he's trying to decide where in his journey he wants to go before taking action. And with the 6 of Pentacles, it's almost like this lesson of give and take, because as you could see here, I'm trying to make sure people on the tubes could see it just in case. But as you could see, he's giving these people money, But it's not because like he's trying to stroke his ego of like, see, I'm a nice person, I'm giving out money. It's kind of like that fortune reading I did, what was it, yesterday? Or no, 2 days ago, where it's do good deeds without expecting rewards. That is the Six of Pentacles. You're embarking on this journey. You have newfound resources, newfound time. Maybe you have better time management all of a sudden. And now you're willing to give something, your time, your energy, your resources to. Could be a project, it could be an adventure, it could be, I don't know, whatever it is that you are embarking on this journey. It's still up in the air on what it is that you're trying to decide on what to do. My advice is to always act out of excitement. If it's not a hell yeah, then it's a no. That's kind of the rule I like to live by. If it's not a hell yeah, then it's a no. Hello, Baldo. Welcome back, friends. Welcome back. I know it's been a long while since I've streamed, so I appreciate you guys being here today. And I know I started really late. I had taken a nap because my blood sugar spiked. And when my blood sugar goes whoop, I like to take a little nap. I get really sleepy, so it's a little hard for me to do readings when my blood sugar that high. Brain fog really hits. Wow, this hits. Aw, thank you, Cameron Cool. I'm glad it resonates. Crap, who was next on my list? After Cameron Cool. Me and my friend are training for the God of War. There's a God of War movie? No way. Just reached out to someone who needs a place to stay for 2 weeks tonight. That's so kind of you, Cameron Cool. That is, wow, look at that. So this new journey, you know, you're probably just feeling like, wow. You're not stroking that ego, but you're very curious on what this adventure would bring. And you offered your place to someone, not because you're again trying to stroke that ego, because the Six of Pentacles is about, you know, give and take. This is something you know you're able to give, something you're able to do. It's very, very kind of you. Life is so good right now, honestly. Yeah, like that's what Six of Pentacles is all about. You're learning that give and take. When you're winning, help others, and when you're losing, others will help you. I just got home last night, Commander games with friends. Very nice. Fights a tavern. Exactly. Let me see if I could remember who was on my list. Oh, thank you guys for the hearts. Oh, Solomon would be next. Okay, cool. Okay. We have the Page of Swords for Solomon. Relax there, cards. Relax. I'm gonna just put the deck right there. Page of Swords. I'm still trying to find like a good way to describe the Page of Swords. Because there's someone that's witty. When they speak their truth, sometimes it doesn't come off as clean. It can be a little harsh sometimes, or it can be a little unexpected. Oh, thank you, Lone Wolf. I appreciate it. Rah. I'm ready. Positive ideas that are likely to bring positive changes and movement, which is such a like interesting way to describe the Page of Swords. And then judgment underneath. So again, revealing that inner truth. Positive ideas likely to bring positive changes and movement. So I've always liked to think of the Page of Swords as someone who speaks those positive ideas, those positive words of affirmation. But they could do it in a way where it's like almost left field, because it's like, I don't want to say toxic positivity, but for some people it may feel and sound that way, where you're just like, yeah, you just gotta like think about it this way, and people who are just so stuck in their misery don't want to hear it. Let me see. Be patient, think before you speak, not to get drawn to unnecessary arguments and conflicts. Represents fairness, speaking out and fighting injustice. Yeah, it's kind of like this unexpected communication, right? This like, maybe you're finding this new inner truth within yourself, that like, now that you have a better idea of who it is that you want to be, who do you want to express yourself as, your ideas to other people. And again, for other people, they may not take it the way you would hope or expect. Not the bacon. Don't worry, we got bacon everywhere. You just don't worry about it. Blunt or abrasive or engaging in petty gossip. As a person of the Page of Swords, represents a young person, child person, a young at heart, who is chatty, lively, quick thinking, analytical, logical, cool, and possesses a sharp mind. Abhors injustice and is a deep thinker, but at the same time comes across blunt, insensitive, or a bit of a loner sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, like I'm still trying to find like a best way to describe the Page of Swords, but I feel like comboed with the Judgment card underneath, it's kind of like now you're trying to speak your truth out loud, and you're like, this is who I am, and this is who I want to be, and this is what I'm going to do, and you're not going to stop me. And now you're finding the confidence to walk the talk, you know, like you're speaking out what it is that you want to express. And instead of just using your words, you want to actually show it. There's truth to the words, and for some people it may not make sense, but to you it does. Making breakfast casserole. Got some nerve sage for looking so lovely. Aw, Brandon. Thank you. Kalamandula wants a reading. Oh, funny. It's popped out again. The Four of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Killa. What do we got for you, friend? Celebration. That's what, because the Four of Wands is about partying. Maybe it's another movie night. Seems stable enough to relax for a while to celebrate. Yeah. The Four of Wands, it's the card of celebration. And with the Queen of Pentacles, I like to think of her as like the mom friend of the group, where she's super grounded. If you need money, she got you. If you need a ride, she got you. If you need like just something to help you feel grounded, if you've been all over the place, the Queen of Pentacles got you. In fact, let me see how they describe her here in this book. It's kind of like, you know what you're able to provide and how you can be there for others and for yourself. Let's see. Positive person, down to earth, mature, and full of positive energy. Yeah. When people feeling are up in the clouds and everything is too chaotic, you're the one to bring them down to earth. Snowflower, hi friend. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, Four of Wands, you can see like there's two people standing together. It's supposed to represent like a marriage. So the point of Four of Wands is kind of like you're at a time where you are allowed to celebrate. In fact, find a reason to celebrate. You may not be exactly where you're at. Like think of a wedding day or even a birthday. It's just one day, but you celebrate it for a reason. You know, like the wedding day takes time to plan and get everybody to gather and be together and celebrate the couple that is getting married. And then same with your birthday, you know, like getting together and celebrate that you exist. Find a reason to celebrate. And you know what, Killa, because you helped set up movie night, I'll do a clarifier here. What is this? 5, 6, 7 of Pentacles. You have planted the seeds. You worked so hard, and you're waiting for the fruits of your labor. And you know, it may not be like the ripe time. It may not be the fruits that you've been hoping for, but still find a reason to celebrate. 7 of Pentacles. Let me see what it says here for it. Efforts have been made and anyone has the opportunity to succeed. Encourage the future economic situation. Yeah. Maybe it could be about your finances too. You know, maybe you've been working hard about like saving up money or something. And you may not be like hitting the exact goal you want in your finances, but you are way ahead that you were before, and find time to just celebrate that. 333. It was 333. Oh my gosh, you are so right. Princess. All right, next. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Oh my gosh, you're so helpful. I am so appreciative of you, dude. Thank you. My life is chaos at the moment, but I have plans for a big hangout with my girlfriend. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the point. Like that 4 of Wands, like everything may not be clicked into place, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun and still celebrate at least for one day. You know, like it may not be the ideal conditions, but you could still have fun. You can still create a fun day. Princess, we have the 6 of Cups and Page of Swords underneath. Wow. 6 of Cups, the first words I always like to think of is nostalgic. The past. Things that make us feel like our inner child is being seen. Specialist Persona. That's so funny. Persona 4. Gosh, I was so obsessed with Persona 4. Oh my gosh, would you guys want to play Persona 5 with me? I am obsessed with Persona games. I always have been since my childhood. And I've been playing Persona 5 a couple months ago, and oh my, I couldn't put the remote down for a while. Innocence and nostalgia and looking back on the past can also be helpful to your present. So yeah, I like to think of like 6 of Cups as one of those moments where it's okay to think about your past, to think about the things that brought you genuine joy, because nostalgic helps you realize the things that you've been missing so that you can look forward to having it again in the future, or noticing that you have it in this present time. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Persona 5 is great. I'm glad you agree. Breaks more glass. Gosh dang it. Hugs. Hot chocolate. Dude, I need some hot cocoa soon. It's finally like really that perfect cold weather to just always have hot cocoa. Fan club has completed the first stage of the club quest. Club cheers can now unlocked for all fans. Send and celebrate. Wow, it is the ruminative card. I need to look up what that word means. Ruminative. How do I... But yeah, I like to think of the 6 of Cups as going back into your inner child, reminding yourself the things that brought you the genuine joy. And sometimes it could also mean that someone from your past is popping up, which in Mercury in retrograde is not, it's not uncommon. I say do be careful with the Page of Swords, you know, always speak your truth. So if it's someone coming back, an old friend, and you're like, remember the time? And you're like, oh yeah, I remember. But also speak some truth into it. Perhaps there was something about that past that before you didn't know, and now you know something about it that's, you know, now you look at it from a different perspective and you're like, now I know this, and it changes the past a little bit. Yes, I'm nostalgic of this feeling, but there's a reason why it's in the past, you know? There's a reason why I no longer have this thing, or maybe there's a reason why you no longer have this friend. There's new truths that are coming out from it. There's new, what's the word I'm looking for? New realizations to it. Thoughtfully complimentive, often to a degree that involves long, serious, even melancholy reflection. That is a very good word to use. Yes, you're right. It is quite ruminative. It's where you dwell on things that might not be good or bad, but very contained. Yes, I like that. Order a galactic garlic blaster. I haven't heard of those in a long time. I'm sure the chef can cook one up for you. Hot cocoa with bacon. Dude, sweet and salty is my favorite combo. Hot cocoa during movie night. Dude, let's do that. Let's plan for December. We have to plan a Polar Express hot cocoa night. 100%. 100%. We gotta do that. We gotta have a hot cocoa Polar Express night. Yeah. Then they got arrested for a felony within the same day. No way. Wait, what happened? Had to let go of a friend that wasn't good for my mental health because of no trust. Yeah, see? I didn't feel the need to let go of a friend, and I just unfollowed them. But I knew that in their eyes, that when I unfollow them, it meant I'm ending a friendship. And I'm just like, no, we just haven't spoken. Our friendship wasn't really much of a friendship, to be honest. Like, it was me majority of the time putting in the work, and the only time you liked me was when you were flirting with me. So if you wanted to be my friend, then act like it. So unfollow doesn't mean I'm ending a friendship. It just means you're not in my personal bubble. I got many other social accounts that you can clearly see, and I'm not blocking you. When I block you, that's different. I just unfollowed them, and they took it that I ended the friendship. So what are you gonna do? Bacon cocoa. Everything about your fit is absolutely lovely. Thank you. You know, funny story actually about this sweater. Before my boyfriend and I got together, he bought this shirt off of Amazon knowing that I would love it. So he would wear it. And when we finally got together, I started wearing it. And he told me, he's like, I bought it specifically knowing that one day you would wear it. And I was like, what is this? What? How did you know? Would you like anything special? If you have a babblefish, that's how things go. It's better to stop giving to things that are already fading into the void. Exactly. If they're already out the distance, you know, like, I like to keep my personal bubble close and tight, and I like to know who's in my space, and especially my energetic bubble. Yes, folks, it is a thing when people step into your energy and why you feel drained and why you're just like, wow, I don't feel up to it. You know, I like to keep my space clean. I even rearranged the tavern a little bit. Like, I used to have my cards up here, but now I have it here, so it's easy access for me to grab in case I want to do, you know, extra card readings while I'm doing tarot readings for you guys, or if I want to grab like an oracle card to go with the readings. It's always a good idea to clean your space, especially your personal space, because your personal space is important. So when things just happen taking up space and you want new things, well, you have to clean up the space so you can get rid of the old stuff and welcome the new stuff. So you never followed me. I'm not your personal circle. Well, my social stuff, that's different, you know. You also keep changing your accounts, and when I follow them, you get rid of them. You make a new account, so I lose track. Okay, so forgive me. I have layers, so it's like I have my acquaintance layer, my friends layer, and then I don't know how to describe my certain layers, but it's kind of, I have my circles. So if you're not within the rings of my circle, I'll keep you out here. And then I have my personal bubble. I have just certain amount of people in there. That's the expansion that comes with free time of non-entertaining dead ones. Exactly. Clean with burning sage too. The item, not the person. I mean, I set myself on fire sometimes. It's kind of fun. I burned quite a few of my arm's hair during the Halloween season from spinning fire. My hair, oh my gosh, there was a few times a fire point touched my hair. And I remember when I spun it behind me, I heard the tsh, and I'm like, oh crap, it just burnt my hair. Just get that spiritual hose and blast out the gunk. Exactly. Oh, like Shrek. The sage is like layers. It's true. But you do it on purpose. What do I do on purpose? There is a lot of things I do on purpose, but sometimes there's a lot of things I don't do on purpose. Name's Lone Wolf. I'm the tavern's bartender caretaker. Aw, Lone Wolf. I appreciate it. Lone Wolf, I feel like you're more like the host for me, since you keep track of who I'm going to do the readings next for. 3D printed the tavern, and a Sage of Chaos Kitty posted on the... You what? No way! I have to check that out. Lone Wolf is like he's at the entrance of the tavern, and anybody walking in, he's just like, hi, how may we serve your chaos today? I'm also hoping the music doesn't get me in trouble on the tube, so... When did my account reach 126 subscribers? I can't believe it. I'm at 126 subscribers on TubeTube? That's wild. Wow. I'm just behind the bar. Very lovely energy. I hope you receive as much positivity as you give. Aw, why? Your name. Your name. I love it. Oh man. And you know, I do. I mean, of course, not everything is always 100%. So there's a few questionable apples who would stop by the tavern. But for the most part, everybody's been positive. Everybody's been great. Yeet drink. Well, there goes the drink. All right. The plot can be good. No, seriously, it's true. That's why I like the name, because it's not wrong. The key to happy life is introducing a small amount of healthy and productive chaos into the WDA. Rob, 100% agree. If you cannot welcome chaos into your life, well, it's no wonder you're going to feel like you're out of control all the time. You can't be in control 100% of the time, friends, unfortunately. World Daily, there you go, yeah. Which is lies. You have Meow, and other of my friends have Wolf. No way, that's so funny. That's hilarious. Thanks. Alex, yeah, friend. I do 1 card free rating, so I'll do that for you. Yang yang boy. Dude, so true. That is amazing. 3D print Chaos Kitty also has a hat. Oh, no way. I have to check out Discord later. Remind me. Chaos with order. Yin and yang has to go together. Alex, we have the chariot. Enjoy. Current waiting list. Thank you, Lone Wolf. The chariot, it might be Cancer. The chariot is Cancer. I'm a Cancer. Which is funny because this necklace here has the little Cancer symbol on it. So, the chariot is all about overcoming obstacles. As you can see, she's got the black and white fair looking kitties, and she's got her big old chariot there. She is very determined to get it done. The chariot is about being determined. No matter what happens, you just keep going. You overcome those obstacles no matter what's going on. You know you got to put in the work, and you're willing to put in the work. It is time that you put in the work and you charge forward with that confidence and saying, I can do it. The warrior with victory, although has no ropes, pulled by two black and white sphinxes or horses. Figures wear crowns or helmets, and the star canopy over the coachman's head is meant to show celestial influence. The battle is a place full of crises. Only by having a strong will and knowing how to strategize can the decisive victory be achieved thousands of miles away. Work hard, be self-reliant, try overcome obstacles to achieve success and victory. Yeah, and with the Two of Pentacles underneath, there's a lot on your plate. Yes, there's a lot. You know there's a lot of work that needs to be done. You know there's a lot. Your journey is not yet over, and it won't be for a while, and you're well aware of this. As it says, it could be thousands of miles that you have to go, but you know what work needs to be done, and you just have to have that will to keep going, that determination, my favorite word in Undertale. You know, finding little things to keep you motivated. Like, that's my favorite thing in Undertale. Like, you walk up to the little cheese thing and it says, knowing one day that the mouse will leave its hole to eat the cheese fills you with determination. I love that. I love little things like that from Undertale. Sets the tavern bar on fire. Well, it's okay. We have fire insurance for a reason, because of freaking killer. That I had my brain smashed with lemon. I've successfully checked in for the morning. Yay! I don't know if that's a yay thing. Sets the fire on fire. Now it's fire squared. Pisces, Aquarius, Moon, Scorpio rising. Hi, Wrecked. Turns Al into lemonade. Also your hat is metal as hell. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a work in progress over the literally past year alone. A lot of this happened this year alone. I added a bunch of stuff from like the raves and local events I've been going to. It's a yay thing. Yay! I mean, fight fire with more aggressive fire. Who ordered one Sagittarius special with volcanic lemon twist. That actually sounds like it'd be a great drink in the tavern. Suddenly I see why the hell you mean so much to me. I love that's a good song. It's a good song. Suddenly I see why the hell you mean so much to me. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Mercury. Wowie! I'm gonna wear the hat one of these days. You're not gonna wear the hat. Favorite is Ducky and steampunk glasses. Dude, I have quite a few Duckies. My favorite Ducky is this one, so I have it up front here. It's got a little witchy hat. I got it when I went to Hard Summer in LA, and it was so cute. I was waiting in the VIP line with my friend because she's got like the passport VIP with Insomniac. And a guy was walking out from the VIP lounge, and he goes, wait. And I'm like, what? And he's digging his little fanny pack, and he puts the duck on my hat. And I'm just like, what did you? And then I'm like, it's a duck with a little witchy hat. I'm like, no way, dude. I love it. It's perfect. Also, I have my hat on my profile, but yours look way more fun. Every hat has its own fun personality. You just gotta tweak it. Got too many duckies at a claw machine. Oh man, there's these Japanese claw machines my brother and I used to be so good at. I kind of miss playing them. I haven't seen them around in a while. So familiar, a ducky, one of my spirit guides animals. I have many spirit animal guides, and one of them is a ducky for sure. I've been gifting neon stitches at shows lately. Neon stitches? Like, what do you mean? Like string? Give neon string to people? Rect, you followed. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Most of my chart is air. You're very much in your mind. Air is the mind space, the way we communicate, the way we speak. That's why I'm trying to wear the sages. Fantastic. I'm glad it's a ducky. That's good energy. Lilo and Stitch. Oh, you've been giving out Lilo and... What? Like little Stitch thing? Like little Stitch figurine things? Is that what you're giving out? My chart is all over the place, but mostly air and water. I got a little bit of everything. It starts making the ducky quack. Attack snack. Hell yeah. You're cool as hell, girl. Oh.
Old Navy has all your
Thank you. Been a while since I've seen you on. Yeah, it's been a while actually. I took a break this past week because I've been working on set, and I don't know if you guys know, but when you're working on set for a TV show or a film, you're expected to work the full day. So like 12 hours is considered a full day. So if we're there at 7 a.m., you won't leave until 7 p.m. If the call time is at noon, we're there most likely till midnight. Luckily though, not all of them has been the full 12 hours. Some days last week went over, so we would get there like 7 a.m., but we wouldn't leave until like 10 p.m. So overtime, you know, it's great though. It's great, and we get great food. The food people are always fantastic. They're always nice. I made many new friends. They're awesome. They're great. I like running into them on other sets too. It's fun. We're like, oh hey, we were on this set and now we're on this set. Like, wow. Fun times. Little stitches for the most feral people on the dance floor. I love that. And then a drink, throws a chair at Lone Wolf. That's not how you ask for a drink, good sir. Is that golden tarot? No, it's just regular old tarot. Regular old tarot deck. nothing too special. Did you get on the union? I did not. I'm part of an agency. So they basically protect me, and they've been doing a fantastic job of it. I'm pretty thankful of it.
I just disconnected. I'm on pause because like I had to switch between shifts, and
You got a little break.
yeah,
How's it been so far?
slowish.
Aw.
Not horribly slow, but a little pretty slow.
Aw.
Because I have to like break twice, like where I had to stop and start again every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then like the McDonald's was all fucked up and like closed for 3 hours, and like they couldn't stop their orders because this boy said he needed to manager's pin wasn't answering.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
so was lame.
Oh, well, I hope the second part will go more better for you.
Yeah, thank you. I hope it's better, but I'm gonna poop and then I'll go back out.
Okay, love you. Oh gosh, you guys are typing so fast. The Gemini special. That should be another drink. May the cards forever be in your favor. Good night, Wiccans and Warlocks. Good night, friend. Depends what's your Mars. A Sag Mars? Oh gosh. You debate people into the ground. You're in. I'm Gemini. We'll be fine. It's funny because Gemini is the opposite of Sag. So you guys could totally get along. Your Venus is Capricorn. Ooh, Potato Sephiroth, you're still alive. I'm glad you are. Oh my gosh. Someone needs to draw Potato Sephiroth. Maybe I'll draw Potato Sephiroth. That sounds great. I've actually been trying to sketch out my D&D character. I'm pretty proud of it so far. Still a work in progress, but so far so good. I'm pretty happy with my sketch and usually I'm not. So that's a good sign. Can I get on the list? Yoshi, of course, friend. We'll literally die on that hill. How you been? I've been pretty good, Yoshi. I feel bad that I haven't been streaming and hanging out with you guys. But it's because I've been working on set like for 4 days of last week and then yesterday. If I can officially say it now, I'm gonna be on Y Marshall. They have an official date. The season starts in March, so when there's a bar scene, I will most likely be in the background. So, for most of the bar scenes they've had, I don't think I'm in all of the bar scenes, but the majority of the bar scenes, I'm usually one of like the servers. You'll see me carrying a plate of food or some drinks. Glad you went live. Aw, thank you. I'm glad I did too. I almost wanted to cancel, but I was like, no. I keep telling people, do it tired, do it anxious, do it like no matter what. And I'm like, I need to follow my own advice, you know, like I need to just do it. I can't be telling people that and I'm not doing it myself, you know? That wouldn't be fair. Actor friend wants me to get my stuntman license with all the training we've been doing. Dude, why not? If you get it, let me know how you get it, because I think I'd be down to get a stuntman license. I didn't realize that was a thing, but that makes sense that they would have a license. I'm not an actual character. No, I'm just a background character. Let us know when we get to see you. Yeah, March would be when Y Marshall gets released. So whatever bar scenes they have, I'll most likely be a server in the background. There is one, I don't know if it's one episode. I don't know how they're splitting that up, or if it's like a split episode. I don't know. But there's an episode where there's a country singer. I'm not going to spoil who. But whenever she shows up, I'll be a bar Patreon. So I'm like just someone enjoying being at the bar. I like to think of it as my background character had an off day and she just went to the bar to hang out to see the country singers sing and perform. So we shall see. We'll see how it goes. The list is like deerskin, so you might have to get that checked out. The what now? I was hoping they made you a bartender. Nah, I don't mind being a server. They were very picky about like most of the bartenders being like dudes. There was a female bartender, but then she got promoted to being a stand-in, and we were all so proud of her. We were like, wow, you did so good bartending. Upgraded to being a stand-in. The list was nice and chewy. Can you give me a reading? Had a tough week. Yeah, Jay. Of course, friend. Welcome to the Serentipsy Tavern. Let's see. I only do 1 card free readings, by the way. So you need to rest. It's been a rough week, and a rough week requires rest. Ace of Pentacles. With rough weeks, we need to learn how to step back and take a break and realize that, yes, we know the work isn't done. Yes, we know the situation isn't over. But we also need to learn how to step back, realize that taking a break is part of the progress. Devin, well, hi. Hi, friend. Hi, thank you. Finally, drink is here. An extra leathery. Hence bacon to lone wolf. 6 of swords. It's the, no, it's a 4. It's the 4. State of static, reflecting, retreating away, reflection after a struggle to restore normal life. Yes. All the things I've been saying with the Ace of Pentacles, new projects, new effort, new work, new job, new ways to deal with your finances. Sufficient wealth guarantee plan and emotionally represent a stable and enjoyable relationship. So, okay. When it comes to the 4 of Swords, I always think of it as like the rest between the battles, because that's kind of what it is, right? Make sure the people on TubeTubes can see it too. It's so bright. That's so sorry, team. That's unfortunate. Or you could sort of see it this way. So it's supposed to be about the war isn't over, but even though through the chaoticness, you need to learn how to rest. You need to learn how to treat yourself. So learn how to take a break. If you've been having a rough week, how can you get yourself back into the flow of things? Because life isn't going to stop, unfortunately. We can't just pause time and say, wait, I need a moment. But you can say that as life is still rolling forward, because learning to take breaks is part of life. Learning to take a step back and saying, I just need a moment is okay. It's unfortunate that our society has taught otherwise. And when you take a moment to step back and say, okay, I did my best and I worked with what I could, with the energy I had, and spoken the best of my ability, of my truth, just be honest with yourself, What can you put in? What can you do based on your energy, based on yourself, based on the abilities you can do? Your best shifts every day. Some days you can knock out like 10 tasks, and some days one is enough. Learn to accept that. Learn to know that it's okay to just take a break, especially when a lot has happened. And when a lot has happened and you've learned to manage yourself, be there for yourself, especially for that mental health, because it's an air card. Air is the mental space. When we take care of our mental health, then it is easy to come back and look at it from fresh eyes and say, oh, this is what I can do now that I've taken a step back. And because sometimes you need to take one step back to then take 3 steps forward. Like a step back is not, it doesn't mean you're going negative. It just means that you just need to reevaluate what it is that's going on. Yes, Devin, always happy to do a reading for you. Wait, Lone Wolf. Oh, you want to be on the list too? Yes, of course. Steals a sage's pouch full of popcorn. It's okay. I guess I can share my popcorn. Hell yeah, thanks. Wait, so who's on my list? Needed to hear that. Aw, love. Aw, of course. I'm stepping away from my stalker card. Take a break from being a stalker. That's always a good choice. Wrecked and Devin. Okay, cool. We'll do Wrecked. We have the Knight of Cups, and then we'll do Devin. Knight of Cups and the 8 of Cups. A lot of emotional energy. Cups, folks, is always with the emotion. Cups is water. Cups is the way we feel. And the Knight of Cups. Knights are always about a message coming to you, and it just kind of varies on the night. So with the Knight of Cups, this knight, he's on his way to give you something you've been emotionally craving, something that you've been emotionally desiring, something that emotionally satisfies you. God say yes. Steals the Tavern's cups. Oh gosh. Well, you can't possibly steal all the cups, so I'm not that worried. So the Knight of Cups, though, he's not the fastest moving knight. He's probably the second slowest. As you could see, his horse is kind of taking its time trotting away. And there's this like river here. So this knight is trying to decide, should we jump over it? Should we like go around, find a bridge? Because he's trying not to spill this cup too. The thing that you so want, the thing you so desire is on its way to you. But there's something that you need to walk away from first. 8 of Cups is about moving on from situations, people, things that no longer serve you. 8 of Cups, I like to think of it as kind of like the Linkin Park song. You work so hard, and it felt like in the end it didn't even matter. But the truth is it did. And it's like, I like to think of this card as kind of like the disappointment card, that you've put in a lot of work into something that didn't bring you that emotional satisfaction you had hoped. You were like, I put in all this work, and for what? For me to let go? You know, it could be simple as like, I put in a lot of work in this friendship, and now I have to stop talking to that person. Like, I tried so hard. I put in a lot of work in this job, and I really thought I was gonna love it, and now I have to find a new job. You know, like, whatever it is, walking away from it is the answer. Walking away from this old feeling, right? Maybe it could be something like an old feeling. You know, maybe it's like you put in a lot of work towards something emotionally, and now it feels like you have to give it up, but you're not giving it up. You have to say, I did my best with what I could. I did my best with everything, and it mattered, but now it no longer serves me the way that I had hoped, and it's okay to walk away. Because you'll see that as soon as you let whatever this go, a new thing will come in. And like the thing that you've been like working so hard, and you're just like, man, I can't believe it didn't work out. It's gonna work out in a different way. So just keep that in mind. I have to settle for a job I don't want at all. Could be simple as that. Maybe like you walking away from this old job and believing you have to settle for a new job. Just keep in mind, there will be a job that will come your way that you feel like you don't have to settle. There's going to be something that it feels like, it feels scary, right? To trust that whatever is exiting out of our life will then be replaced by something else. It could take time. It could take, it's not going to be right away, but you just have to trust that it will be replaced, and it's going to be even better than you have ever expected. So just keep that open. All right, so we're going to do Devin next. It's absolutely terrifying. I was there many, many times. I know the feeling quite well. All right, Devin. 1 solar system spirit cleanser with the side of eclipse fries ready. I like that. I like that. I will take the roasted duck Mexico down easier. Buys for duck. Can I get one after Devin? Yes, Yoshi. Oh my gosh, Yoshi. I totally left you out of my list. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But yes, I'll do Yoshi next. Okay, Devin, we have the moon card. The moon card is represented by Pisces. And with the 6 of Cups, very fitting. It's very Pisces energy. I feel like if I were to like assign a zodiac sign to the 6 of Cups, it'd be Pisces and like a bit of Cancer. So again, we got emotion, a lot of feels. Dropkick the tavern door. Well, here comes Pisces. So Pisces energy, they are like the hopeless romantic card. But when it comes to the moon card, it's more like, because Pisces is about the imagination. Pisces got great imagination. That's why they're called the hopeless romantic, because they have this wild imagination. The moon card is about, it's like a double-edged sword with the imagination. You can use your imagination to imagine all the worst possible things and outcomes, or you can use your imagination to envision the best possible outcomes. But that choice is now up to you. The universe is saying, we've trained you up until this point. Now it is your turn to put in the work, to put in that imagination in your hands so that you get to decide what it is that you want. Because the universe is like, we're here for you, but you need to tell us exactly what it is that you want. It is now your turn to use that imagination. Aw, Rect, thank you for the roses. Why is the tavern heading towards the sun? Oh, don't worry about it. We just need to warm up a little bit. It's been a little bit cold. So yeah, with Pisces and the moon card here, there was this other tarot deck I love using, the Wild Tarot, And I like the way it describes it as like you're stepping into the unknown, because the moon, if you see the moon in anything, it's all about unknown, that you're not supposed to know the full details. You're being blocked on purpose to not know all the details, because you have to decide those details for yourself, and also kind of let the universe reveal it to you. There could be a little bit of self-sabotage, that if you knew the details, you're going to be like, no, there's no way that's possible. You have to believe in it. So the tarot card in the Wild Tarot is like stepping into the dark forest without a lantern, or without like the path being shown, and that you are the light, you are the lantern, you are the one that knows the way, and you just have to trust yourself that you'll get through that dark forest. We get out of here, Aquarius. Oh gosh. Wait, what? Who's at the controls? Are you using your interstellar overdrive? Well, that's rude. I want to know. I know. I always think of the Tarzan song. I want to know. Can you show me? But yeah, you're being blocked because it's time that you trust yourself. You trust that you know where you are going. And with the Six of Cups underneath, it's learning to trust that inner guide, that inner voice, the kid voice inside of you that's been waiting for this moment, that excitement that you've been wanting to chase but been so afraid to chase because you don't know where it leads. Because this excitement, you know, maybe you chased it in the past before and it didn't work out the way you wanted to. Maybe you wanted to be a certain thing. Maybe you wanted to try a certain thing. Or maybe you wanted a certain person in your life, and so you chased after it. And because you chased it and you didn't let it come to you or attract it, and you were just constantly chasing it, it felt like it was always out of reach. But now you're being told, like, remember that thing, that feeling, the reason why you chase for it. You don't need to chase after it. You just need to know that it is yours, that there's a reason why you desire it, that it does belong to you. And you don't need to force it. Trust yourself. It'll come to you. And it may not come to you the way you have expected in the past, because it didn't work out in the past for a reason. Perhaps you weren't ready at that time to receive the thing you desire, and maybe you are now, and you just have to trust yourself. Maybe this is your test now from the universe of like, are you ready to receive what it is that you want? Can you be honest what it is that you desire? Pisces, may your heart be your guiding key. I love that Kingdom Hearts reference. But yes, it is now time to let your heart be your guiding key. Oh, Sagittarius, if you only knew. What's scarier, Sagittarius mad or a Pisces mad? I'd say a Pisces mad. I'd be more afraid when a Pisces is in rage mode than a Sagittarius. Because Sagittarius may hurt itself in confusion. Pisces will hurt everybody and itself in confusion. I've dated 3 Pisces and 1 Sag. I feel like Sag people, when mad, they just really question everything and they just become like that annoying philosopher. Whereas Pisces can be crazy bitches. What does that tell you? That you like the helpless romantic types, which isn't a bad thing. You like to feel on a deeper level. What is the majority signs that I've dated? I don't even know. Literally, my last 2 exes back to back were Tauruses, and then it was an Aries. I dated 2 Aries. I dated 1 Sag. I dated 1 Pisces. That was too emotional for me. It was a bit much for me. This one's on me. Hands over the Pisces special with the strawberry squeeze. That actually sounds like the perfect Pisces drink. Yoshi, that's who's next. Okay, I'm like, I know I'm missing someone. Okay, now it's Yoshi. Yoshi's turn. Hanged Man. But honestly, I'm sorry for that. Okay, Yoshi. Hanged Man with the Two of Wands. Hanged Man is about changing perspective. Because as you can see here, this man is hanging upside down, not because he was put there. He put himself there. Because he's like, why are you upright? You can be upside down with me. Shows an image of a man hanging upside down with one ankle. However, the solemn expression on his face suggests he was there voluntarily. The card represents more self-sacrifice and corporal punishment of crime. A halo burns on the hangman's head, symbolizing higher learning. Through self-sacrifice, calmness, good observation, experience, introspection, and learning from experience, you will eventually be reborn from the ashes. That's like, I kind of like the way it describes that. And then the Two of Wands, right? I always get 2 and 3 confused. Let's see. 2 of Wands, 2 of Wands. How to choose after a new starting point and determines the future direction. Interesting. Okay, so that tells me you're at a moment right now where you're not sure how to make out the situation, what to think about the situation, how to feel about the situation. Maybe you've been trying to go about it so many different angles. It is time to adapt a new perspective. Maybe it's very honorable for you to try and look at it from all angles and stuff. To try and find the deeper truth, a deeper understanding. And because it is required of us from time to time to do such things, take the time to step back from what we usually pass judgment on and to cast less of a judgment and say, okay, what if I did view it from their angle? What if I did view it from this perspective? And with the Two of Wands, it's still that decision, right? 2 paths, decisions, options, planning. Grass is always greener on the other side. Deciding to stay or go, waiting, anticipation, restless. Yeah. To make a choice between 2 options, but remember, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Overseas travel, sudden departures, if you will stay, if you will go, indicate a lack of contentment in your life, restlessness, withdrawal, and detachment. Represent waiting, anticipation, and wanderlust. Cooperation, business partners, overseas expansion. So yeah, Yoshi, it's like deciding how you want to approach the situation. And then from approaching that that situation, no matter what conclusion you come to, you're gonna have to come to a decision. You have to decide what you want to do with this newfound truth. You're gonna have to decide how you want to go about viewing it from the other side, right? And maybe sometimes it's like you can be so understanding, and no matter what, you still may have to just leave. You may have to decide something that is better for you at the end of the day, you know? Regardless of what happens to the other person, to the other thing, to the other side, you have to decide what it is that is best for you. Yep, that's all me right now. At the end of the day, it's not selfish to decide what is best for you, because you know what's best for you. Dated one Virgo, never again. I could see that Virgos can be quite restricting because they're very strict about the routines, about the things they care about. The last Pisces girls killed it for me and made me never want to date again. Aww. Don't let one person ruin the many. That's just one person out of billions. Yes, it's unfortunate we have to experience those few bad apples, but one bad apple doesn't mean all apples are bad, friend. Me and Virgos don't mix. Scorpio women are my weakness. I think Scorpio people are probably one of my favorite people. Depends on the Scorpio. But Cancers, don't get me started. And again, depends on the Cancer. I'm pretty good friends with a lot of Cancers, I gotta say. But there's like one or two like that I can think of that are a bit iffy. Only because, you know. Oh, I know. I love Scorpio woman, but I always get stuck with damn Sagittarius. Who ordered the crystal clarity clams? It's funny. The crystal clarity clams with eel glaze. That sounds delicious, actually. Cancers are what people think Geminis are. Cancers are secretly Geminis but worse, but people don't see that on the surface level until they date a Cancer and they're just like, you're a Gemini in disguise, what the hell. Sagittarius gang, birthday next week. No way, Yoshi, no way. Happy early birthday. If I'm streaming, every time I ask like what I want to do for someone's birthday, y'all always say karaoke, and it's been a while since I've done a karaoke stream. So if I'm streaming on your birthday, would you like me to do a karaoke stream, or do you want to see a certain game on your birthday if I'm streaming on your birthday? I agree. Cancers gaslight so hard. We do. Oh my gosh, we are master manipulators, and people don't realize that until they get really close to a Cancer. Like, y'all think Geminis are bad? 38 chambers. You are. Yeah. It's so true. It's because we are the fourth house. We are the home life. So we understand feelings like no other signs, especially when it comes to the self. So we can be quite good manipulators and gaslighters. Geminis ain't shit compared to Cancers. It's true. Geminis are like the lighter versions of Cancers. It's on a Tuesday. If you're on, I'll just chill. Perfect. Tuesdays I like to try and keep it as like the tarot stream, so we can keep it the tarot streams. Use destroys on the down low. Cancer rising here. You're the problem. Right. I feel like Cancer risings are probably the best version of Cancers, because like I feel like Cancer risings, that's how like they view the world and world views them. So I feel like Cancer risings, they may have this view of seeing the good in a lot of people. I feel like Cancer rising might have like an easier time doing that, whereas like a Cancer moon would probably see like the worst in people, and that's why they're so moody. And the Cancer suns are kind of like the in-between, so it just kind of depends on the moon of that Cancer of that sun. Aquarius moon too. Wow, you really believe in the good of people. You really put in a lot of effort of wanting to believe the good, because like Aquarius is also humanitarian, but I feel like maybe an Aquarius moon might be quite emotional. Not emotional, because it's an air sign. Maybe a little more detached. So I feel like maybe an Aquarius moon, you might be able to put yourself out of that and see another perspective. Think about the other perspective. I'm in a Aquarium moon too, and you just got the moon card. Yeah, that's so funny. word. I'm a broken Aquarius. There's no such thing as broken Aquarius. There's no such thing as a broken sign in general, friend. Detach emotionally. Pisces draws me in and makes me cry. Yeah, exactly. Aquarius are emotionally detached because they're always questioning the way they feel. Why should I feel this? How should I feel about this? I'm just all messed up. You're definitely broken Aquarius. She's like, no, wrecked. There's no such thing as a broken Aquarius or a broken whatever sign or broken blah blah blah. There's just a lot of misunderstandings. Aquarius, though, they're just known to be detached. Capricorn descendant. Capricorn. Is Capricorn the opposite of Aquarius? No, no. No. That's right. Capricorn would be the opposite of Cancer. Yeah, because your rising is Cancer. So, yeah, your descendant would be Capricorn. So, it's funny. My boyfriend and I were both. I'm a Cancer. He's a Capricorn. Cancer is the opposite of Capricorn, and Capricorn's the opposite of Cancer. And so, like, the similarities I've been seeing is that both Cancer and Capricorns are people. There's a word I trying to find that I can't think of, but they're all about like self-care, but Cancer's more about the internal world, whereas Capricorn is the external world and community. So like Cancer can be nurturing and they can be exclusive to themselves, and they keep a lot to themselves until they really, really trust you, and then they'll open up. That's why they have like that hard shell. Whereas Capricorn, they don't mind spilling the beans and telling people how they feel. And if you don't agree with them, they're just like, okay, whatever. If you ask, I'm gonna tell you. Capricorns, I feel like they deeply care about the community, and I wouldn't say they're always an open book, but they're one that have a very strong, ambitious nature. So perhaps for you, being the descendant, it's probably hard for you sometimes to find that like ambitious nature to get things done, to kind of because Capricorn is also the house of like obstacles. And Capricorns tend to have like a more level-headed about it, and Cancers might be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm a blizzard. Aquarius are no good. Aquarius are good. It just depends on the other signs mixed with Aquarius. They're humanitarians at heart. But it depends on the Aquarius. They can either view humanity as like trash and I don't want to deal with them, and this is like, why do I even want to save the human race? Or they can view the human race as a wonderful thing, and we're so special and unique, and yeah, there's bad that comes with it, but there's so much good. So it just depends. Same with Pisces. Like Pisces more is on emotional level, so they can be like this helpless romantic, and they could be, I love humans, and humans are so great, and we write poetry and create art from it and inspire this feeling. Or they can view humans as disgusting, and why should I love another human being? Why should I give my time to another human being? So it always varies. I want it to be, but life has taught me otherwise. Yeah, that's me. I view them as trash. The last several years ruined me. It's the dark side of each sign. Hi, 16721. Welcome to the Serentipsy. You'll be fine in a few years. It's true. We all have our seasons. I was having this conversation with one of the background actors, and I love how she puts that. She's like, I like to view people as each of us have our own seasons. So, like, for example, spring. If someone's in their spring season, it's like a bunch of new ideas, new projects are going to them. Your spring season is like after the hardships of winter, right? Now you feel like I'm blooming and there's new things and it's great. And then your summer season, it's kind of like that stableness of it, of like you finally got the job you wanted and now you're finding your flow, and that's like summer. And summer's kind of like you're harvesting the great things. You're having like your great time. You're having wonderful moments with life. Fall, when someone's in their autumn season, things are falling away, things are being let go of, you're being forced to start to go internal. So yeah, I think like spring, summer would be external, the rewards, the fun stuff, and then autumn and winter would be internal. And so when someone's in their autumn, it's like things are starting to die, things are starting to fade away, people are starting to fade away, maybe old feelings that used to excite you, those are fading away. The seasons are starting to change, so you're prepping to go inwards. And then winter would be the obstacles, the hardships. When someone's in their winter season, it's like they're not having a good time, things are cold, things are not exactly what they have planned it to be. You are a little mishmash. Mishmash. You get new words for how crazy the chart gotta be. I think I gotta put in tavern disco. I like that. Calling Discordia disco. Put it in the disco. I love this song. It's been a while since I've heard it. Underneath the moon, underneath the stars, here's a little heart for you. Up above the world, up above it all, here's a hand to hold on to. You're just the one that I've been waiting for. I'll give you all that I have to give and more. And she's just singing to herself. I love her. I know you guys can't hear the music, but people on the tube can, probably faintly. So, I mean, I would hope so. I don't know, but I know you guys can't hear it because I have the microphone here and I don't have it like super loud. La la la, some music. Did you get new Wi-Fi? I did not. I'm streaming straight through my phone instead of my computer. And it looks like I thought it'd be bad on my phone too, but it looks like it's doing fine. So thank you, Shadow the Messenger. Thank you for following, and thank you for the heart me. I became number 25 in the fan club. Sage, all orders have been completed for now. We are short on Polo Santo. Polo Santo. I'm gonna call it that from now on. My cat is sick. Oh, poor baby. I hope they feel better. Is it like a cat cold? Like, how are they sick? I'll take tap water. You crazy. I don't know if I trust the tap water. Could I drink the Palo Santo water? She's only 10. Oh, I typed so fast on that. You're very wise. Aw, thank you. I like to think it came from a lot of experience. Because I experienced a lot in life. And I can't believe I'm going to be 30 next year. Blows my mind. I hope to save enough money to make it to the Gorge in Washington for the rave Beyond Wonderland, because it's happening on my birthday. And from like the many ravers I've spoken to, they all tell me I have to experience the Gorge at least once, and they're like, why not on your birthday? And one of the ravers I've met on, like, there's a raver app, it's kind of cool. They're like, girl, I'll even go and like we'll split costs on like a camping site, and like they're like telling me it's so worth it, and I'm like, okay. Maybe I'll find a group to go. Officially old. No! No! Don't tell me that. 3 decades is wild. Is very wild. I know I'm ancient. I'm 52, so y'all get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. Man, oh man. The big 3-0. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, you're the only. Oh no. But if you guys are in the Washington area and are in the Gorge area, maybe we could all find each other and party it up. I don't know, maybe by then I'll be able to have the Tavern on Wheels officially. 'Cause that is a dream I think I may want to make a reality. I don't know how I'm gonna go about it yet. I don't know how badly I want it yet, but it does sound like something I do want. 'Cause I would love to be able to travel with my animals too, with my kitties and my doggo. So, it'd be nice to get like a really cool, decent camper of some sort. I don't care for like a huge RV, you know, but like something big enough for us to all be comfortable in and travel across the states. I wish I was in Washington. That sounds awesome. We got time to figure stuff out. I mean, it's not until June, so. Not only have you seen shit, you've dishes shit too. I lived in Washington, never heard of the Gorge. What? I mean, it is on like the east side of Washington. It's not exactly like near Seattle. I think from Seattle, it's like a 3-hour drive? Something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I know it's not Seattle. I know like Seattle would be here, and the Gorge is like over there. But I've just heard that the Gorge is so pretty. Some people even claim that it's better than the Red Rocks Amphitheater in Colorado, which is a huge thing to say, because that's like another venue I really want to go to. I have a good friend who actually works there at the amphitheater, so I don't know, maybe one day he'll be able to hook me up, but we'll see. She hexed me. I don't mess with that stuff. I don't need to hex anybody. The universe takes care of it for me. I don't need to put in my energy into that. I put my energy where it's needed. Hexing, that comes on its own. I don't need to do that. The universe is like, no, we got that part for you. You don't have to worry. And I'm like, okay. They're like, you stay focused on the positive vibes, spreading them good vibes. The Sag did too. I was single for 20 years. Damn, those buddies got yoy. Yo, wah wah wah. I'll catch everyone later. Good night. Good night, Yoshi. Thank you for being here. Extra X. Well, you don't need to hex anybody, folks. Trust me. The universe takes care of it. It may not be as quick as we always want it to be, but trust me, they take care of it. Hexing back. Imagine 20 years of energy inflicted back. Again, if they hexed you, all you need to do is just protect yourself. And then say, you know, good luck when it comes back. I've always liked to think that the more they speak ill of me, the more they wish to knock me down or send some negative woo-woo juju stuff towards me, the more I'm just gonna transform that. Because like people are like, just send back to sender. Personally, yes, like that works, but also like you're just bouncing energy back and forth. So why not take that extra energy that they're so graciously giving you, take that energy and transform it into positive energy and put it into your success, because it's been working well for me. And I get extra energy. I don't have to put in my own energy all the time, especially when I'm feeling like I'm out of energy and then I know someone is trying to knock a few pegs or send some bad woo-woo stuff towards me, and I'm like, oh great, this is the extra energy I needed. Now I can transmute that into positive energy and work it into my favor. So I'm like, keep talking, keep running your mouth, it's fine, it'll just keep contributing to my success. I don't need more bad luck. Exactly, I turn the bad luck into good luck. Ta-da! I'm essentially homeless now and no income. That means you have a lot of time to think about what it is that you truly want. And that is a great, great opportunity to decide what it is that you truly desire and then make it happen. The Ophiuchus, I don't know if I'm saying that right, mixed with the kiwi mint blend, add the orange. That actually sounds kind of good. It's been a while since I've had a kiwi. I remember as a kid I used to be quite obsessed with kiwis. I feel like I'm not so big on the sour anymore, but I remember as a kid, I loved it. I don't think I've seen the word in my entire life. Ophiuchus. I've seen it before. I just don't remember what it means. It's the forgotten sign. Yes, that's what it was. The number 13th sign. I believe it shows up in sidereal astrology, if I'm correct, which I feel like I may not be. Sidereal astrology is Eastern astrology, where yeah, I believe that one shows up because it shifts everything slightly to the left. So in sidereal astrology, I'm actually a Gemini sun, and then I double down in Scorpio with my my moon and my rising. So tropical, I'm Cancer, Sag moon, Sag rising. And then in my sidereal chart, I'm a Sun, Gemini, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. Don't worry, for a while. In like 3 years' time, you'll be better. 100%. 100%. You just gotta put in the work. I need it to be better now. I know, we always want it now. We always want the instant gratification, the instant solution now. And the truth is, you can. But if we're spending more time on the things that we don't have, and when is it going to happen, and we spend our energy in this can't, the more you're going to stay in that can't mode. But if you spend your time in the can mode, well, this is what I do have, this is what I'm able to do, this is what I can do, the opportunities will start to pop up left and right. And that's like the tricky part, is just learning to stay in that can-do attitude. This is the thing I'm able to do, this is what I do have, and give appreciation to the current time. What can you give appreciation currently, even if it's a little thing? Like, I appreciate the food I had today, even if it's just a one meal a day. I appreciate the $5 I've had to go get myself McDonald's. You know, you just have to give gratitude and kindness to just every little thing in your current life. It's not instant. I've been on the down for 5 years. Again, if you're staying in that can't, it's been this year's, it's been this time, the more you're going to keep putting yourself in that can't attitude, in that can't energy. And it's hard for the universe to give you something when you're constantly like, nope, I can't do it. I can't accept that because I just can't. I'm dying. I also have to go to bed. Good night, y'all. Good night, Wrecked. Thank you for stopping by the tavern. Thank you for the reading. I will see you soon. I indeed shall see you soon. Maybe, I don't know, if my friends are okay with it, I'll try and stream our I'm planning to go into Salt Lake to meet up with some friends to do some fire spinning. They got a really nice backyard where we all hang out and spin some fire. Don't quite hit rock bottom, but I don't want to invite that energy. Exactly. Exactly. It's all part of the mindset. And that's the tricky part. It's just learning to stay outside of that mindset and to bring control to that mindset of this is what I can do. Even if I've been down for so long. Like I remember after leaving my toxic abusive ex in like 2014, 2015, whatever it was, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to be like happy ever again. I don't know if I'm going to be able to love the way I've been painting in my head, this romantic love. And then I remember 7 years later, I had watched this interview with this girl who I used to follow on YouTube. And she was with this also equivalent abusive YouTuber. And she went on to say that after 10 years is when she started to feel better and able to kind of speak about the past and what happened between her and that YouTuber. And I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, 10 years? Is that like how long I have to wait till I feel the way she's feeling? 10 years? And I'm like, man, it's already been like, I think at the time it was like 6-7 years already. And I was like, 8, 9, 10. I'm like, 3 more years? Are you telling me I have to deal with these feelings 3 more years? 3 more years have gone by. It is now actually 10 years. And it's true. You know, like, sometimes some of these things do take time. And it's unfortunate. And again, it's not instant. It's not always the path we've always wanted. But I'm here now. And I appreciate where I'm at. And 10 years is crazy. I can't believe it's been 10 years. Holy hell. That feels like it's been like at least 3 seasons ago for me. Like if my life was a TV show. I feel like that was like 3 seasons ago. Hopefully you have an amazing night. Extremely hard, not possible to change my mindset now. Again, if you tell yourself it's impossible, guess what, friend? It's gonna be impossible. If you tell yourself there's no way in hell I'll ever feel that way, then you won't. You have to keep that openness of one day I will. One day I can change my mind. You don't have to give yourself a time limit. You just have to say one day. And who knows, maybe that one day could be next year. I saw this really cute video of a guy. I think it's from a TV show, and I don't remember what it was. But it was a guy saying, this time next year is how he always started it. This time next year, I won't be feeling this way. This time next year, I'll have money. This time next year, I'll have a house. This time next year, I'll have a car. And like, that's how, like, the video was like. And it would always skip to, like, the 1 year later. And he's always getting something different. Not exactly what he wanted, but he's get closer and closer. And then, like, when he starts his business with his buddy, they're like, this time next year, we'll have $1 million. And it finally happens that 1 year later, boom, they made billions, actually, I think, in the TV show. And they're just like, oh my God. Like, I think they hit 1 billion instead of 1 million. I can't remember what it was. But they hit over 1 million is the point. Full circle. It all comes around eventually. It's true. It all comes in seasons. And you just have to kind of just let yourself play out the seasons, you know? Spring can sometimes feel long or short. Winter can definitely feel long sometimes. And it's cold. It's not always fun, but there's things about winter we could always enjoy, like the snow, the quietness that it brings, the calmness, the stillness. And a lot of people nowadays, including myself, it can be hard to want to be still and be present, because the stillness and the presentness forces us to see the truth, forces us to confront the feelings we have, and they're not always pleasant. They're not always what we had hoped it to be. And the truth shall set you free, as Jim Carrey would say. But being still slowing down, because that's the point of winter. When you're in your winter season, there was this interesting video I saw that broke down as depression as deep rest. That when you are depressed, it's because your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit is in need of deep rest. And it's not so okay. Yeah, it was a Bashar video, I remember. Okay, so he was saying that when you're in this depressed feeling mode, when you're in that depression state, it's because of you're going internal. And again, in our world, when you go internal, you're viewed as like you're detached, you're cold, and you're not like here, and you don't really care. But that's not what it is. We have to go internal. We have to go inside and see what it is we need to clear out so that we can welcome the new. You know, like the old rug of yours. How can you want a new rug if you're not willing to let go of the old dusty rug, the old fucked up rug that your cat's been scratching up and pooping on or vomiting on, you know? How can you get a new rug if you're not willing to toss that out? It could have been your favorite rug and you've had it since your childhood and it's got like meaning to it, whatever. But if you want a new rug, you have to toss that old rug out. So Bashar, the way he explains depression, it's kind of like you're going within and it's a compression. That's why you're feeling like this internal. But the way we view it, if you're so detached and you're so like, gosh, I'm trying to remember the words he used. It's like you can view it as compression or depression. Like compression of you're going within and internally doing evaluation of yourself, or you view it as like society calls it the depression, where you're like squeezing yourself and not letting yourself be. It's something like that. It makes me lose confidence. Well, that's not the point of it, you know? Like, the point of all of this is for it to be your teacher. What can you learn from it? When you compress yourself, you're allowing yourself those teachable moments. You have to give yourself the grace. The rug really tied the room together. Who's to say you can't get the same exact rug, but a new, like just a brand new one, you know? Just get rid of it. You don't need that rug anymore. It is time to let go. And like, same with whatever else is in the room that's just kind of like taking up energy. Like objects got energy too. That's why sentimental gifts to me matter the most. Like, if you got me a rock, I'd be happy. Like, you went on a hike and you found like this very special rock and you gave it to me. That's got sentimental value. You gave it energy. So when you have things that's been sitting around, like gifts from exes, for example, if it's not bringing you joy and just giving you flashback memories of negative feelings, then that object is going to keep holding on to those negative feelings until you let it go. Or you choose to cleanse it and give it new energy and say, you know what, every time I see this object, I'm going to be reminded of the good times. And yes, they're no longer in my life. And yes, there was some bad that came with it. But the fact that there was good memories and good feelings, I'm just going to hold on to that instead. The song that's playing, becoming insane. Sometimes you have to become insane to let go of things, because people are going to look at you as insane. You know, the words I say may sound insane. It sounds crazy. It sounds like there's no way that makes sense. Because, like, people want a complicated answer to their complicated feelings. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be complicated. It could be simple as what I'm just explaining it to be. You gotta be insane to be sane. Yeah, that's why I love chaos. You can't have order without chaos, and you can't have chaos without order. You need both. Because one can not exist without the other. Literally, the only reason why they exist is because the other exists. You need both. That's the point of yin and yang. Like when you see yin and yang and you see that like middle divide between the two, that's the point. You're supposed to walk the middle line. Life is not straight. Life is not you're in order and chaos. Life is you're both. You gotta walk in order and chaos at the same time. Wait, do I have a painting? Perfect. Here we go. So you see this is the middle line I'm talking about. This is where we are meant to be. You're meant to step into order and chaos at the same time. That's why there's the circles on each end that have the other side of the color. So like if this was order and this was chaos, order on the inside is chaotic. And then chaos on the outside is orderly on the inside. And you gotta walk that middle divide. Some days you're more orderly than you are chaotically. And vice versa. Man, I'm kind of sad I missed Infected Mushroom. But I'll catch them again one day. I'm sure they'll come back to Salt Lake. Hi, goose morning. Hi, Goob. Welcome back to the Serentipsy Tavern. It's been a while. I'm aware. I haven't streamed in over a week because I just been working on set on a film and on a TV show, which is official. Why Marshall now has a date. It's going to be released in March, so catch me in the background. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. It's been a moment. Hope is all okay. It's been pretty good. Had our last show on the first weekend of November, which is crazy. I can't believe next week's already Thanksgiving. November went by so freaking fast, dudes. Whew. Aw, thank you for the finger heart. Thank you. For the film I'm on, it's called Slay Day. It's gonna be released next year, and it's really interesting. It's gonna be like choose your own adventure kind of movie. I don't know if you're gonna have to like download an app or if it's like a website you log into. I don't know yet. I just know they said like you're gonna have to use your phone in theaters, and everyone's gonna vote for like choice A, B, or C, and I think there's like sometimes a mystery choice 4. Sometimes I don't know, but I know there's always like at least always like 2 or 3 options in a lot of the scenes. We recorded so many versions, but yeah, like the audience would choose, and like it'll show like the poll, and then like whatever the most have chosen, that's what it's gonna go with. So I'm really excited. The last 4 or 5 days of last week we were shooting some prom scenes. So that was really fun. My boyfriend and I, we were like, we're gonna tell people, yeah, that's our prom. Takes place in 1987, so it was pretty cute. It was really fun. I am so excited for the movie to come out next year. I'm just like, man, I have to wait a whole year. You see what I'm talking about? I have to wait a whole year for this movie to come out. But it's alright. It sounds like fun. It was pretty fun. I feel like I know one of the main actors is like from a Disney show or something. Like, I swear. I looked up the other actor, which is funny. He looks like a much younger Corey from what was that freaking show called? Boy Meets World, was it? Yeah, Boy Meets World. I'm pretty sure he looks like a much younger Corey. It's really funny. and turns out he was in one of like the newer Nickelodeon shows. I haven't heard of the show. Granted, I haven't watched Nickelodeon in over 10 years. But the show he's in is called That Girl Shay Shay, I think, or That Girl Shanae or something like that. And I was like, well, that's cool. So he's like a Nickelodeon star, or like, I don't know if he was like just a side character or something, but I know he was in it. And I feel like the other girl actor, I feel like I've seen her in like a Nickelodeon show or a Disney show. Like, I swear, but I don't know. I'm not too familiar with these young actors. I have an idea. Work with me. Toy Meets World. It's like Woody meeting the world. Which, did they announce? I think they said there was going to be another Toy Story movie. I don't know. I wasn't sure. Because like the way they ended it on the last Toy Story, I was like, how can you possibly write more? How can you possibly make more? I like the design of your top cards. Aw, yeah, I actually got this deck as a gift from a friend who now lives in Germany. She moved back to Germany. But yeah, she bought me this tarot deck before moving. Because she got me into Secret Santa. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so kind. And I really love the designs. It's just your standard tarot. Nothing like too special on these, but I love the back. Definitely one of my favorites. I know the Toy Story is surprised they're not going live action. I don't know how well they can do it in live action, but I don't know. I have to double check it. You're friends with Felly? How many tarot cards do you have? Oh gosh, I guess we can count them. I don't have any readings. I don't know who Felly. Felly? Question mark. Okay. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 tarot decks. Wow. Our tarot cards have 52 like standard ones. Tarot is always 78. Every deck will always be 78. I have this one out. This one I think was called like the Witch's Tarot. And it's smaller. I also love the 3 moons on this one. The artwork is different. They're not witches. I don't know why they call it the Witch's Tarot one. It's not witches. But it's like its own little artwork. It's pretty. I still find it pretty. I like the Temperance one. She's pretty. Oh, sorry, TubeTube. Let me. Oh, you can't see well on TubeTube. It's too bright. 78, close enough. But yeah, standard tarot is always 78. The artwork on this one's pretty. I like this one. And they're smaller, as you can see, compared to this one. I like my tarot decks. I also have quite a few oracle cards. They look nice. Any readings today? Yeah, I've done quite a few. Goob, if you would like one, let me know. You know I'm always happy to do readings. Whoops. Aw, you sent 1 corn? I feel like my body doesn't like corn for some reason. Like, my body just rejects corn. Not popcorn, but corn, I've noticed it doesn't pass well through my body. I don't know why. I don't mind. Alright, cool. You know what? I've been using this deck. I'm going to use the this tiny one here now that I pulled it out. I had a tarot reading recently that basically said I'd be doing what I meant to do in a year. I'm assuming you meant in a year. There's character limits on comments. I could see that, but dang, Well, you see, you just gotta keep telling yourself, this time next year, I'll be doing what I'm meant to be doing. You may not know what that is just yet, but you literally got a whole year to figure that out. It's a long time, friend. Look at the kitty and roses. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is always about planting seeds and waiting the fruits of your nature. It's about how this man, he's like, you see, I put in all this work, and where is my rewards? He's waiting for the rewards. Let me see what else it says about this. Hard work paying off, harvest, rewards, profits, results, payouts, manifestations of ideas, goals, inheritance, growing, nurturing, perseverance, patience, planning, reviewing, taking stock, questioning, crossroads, approaching retirement, finishing what you started, and with the King of Wands underneath. King of Wands, I like to think of him as the Pumpkin King, Jack Skellington. I love that with the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck that I have. I love using that deck. But I like to think of it as this charming fellow, this creative guy, this man of passion, this man of intuition, this man of, he knows what he wants, he knows what he desires, and he's gonna go out and get it. He can be quite impulsive, but the good way, in the way that, like, it inspires other people. Interesting. So may you get reading unless you want to shut down. Oh, no, I'm down to give you a reading, friend. Of course. It's 525, 600 minutes. Yes. It's true. That's a lot of minutes. There's a lot of things you can do. Wonder if even putting your energy, you will start to reap the rewards. It could also signify being at a crossroads in terms of which life direction to take or needing to take stock of things to make a decision. I like that. A lot of crossroads coming up, and I feel like it's very fitting given that we're in autumn and we're going to be transitioning into winter here pretty soon. And especially for the time that we're at right now, Scorpio moon is actually tonight. Not like right now, but like tonight, as in today's the 19th, right? So yeah, the 19th, we're gonna have the new moon in Scorpio, which is a perfect time to manifest. It's a perfect time to welcome new energy. New moon is always about welcoming the new stuff, welcoming new ideas. Perfect time for crossroads, right? Because now you can take stock of where you're at and decide where it is that you want to go. What rewards you want to see in your reality. What desires you want to become real. Perfect time to create a 12-month plan. It is the perfect time to really give yourself the opportunity to settle down and decide what plants you want to plant into the ground, what seeds you want to plant into the ground, and what you want to see grow in the next year or in the next 5 years, whatever. But now is the time to decide what seeds you want to put in the ground. Being that it's autumn and winter, this isn't normally the time you would plant. It's kind of like, think of it, actually, yeah, no, in winter you start to decide like how you want to arrange your garden. You can't exactly grow anything, though there is a few things you can grow, but you have to decide when spring comes around, how can you prepare for spring? And with the King of Wands, it's really about like thinking outside the box, really thinking from excitement. What excites you? What will get you motivated to be like, you know what, that is what I want. Gosh, there was something else I wanted to say, and now it's slipping from my mind. King of Wands is like Sorry, the song is like, I'm a fiend for the green sticky leaf. You gotta be a fiend for the green, you know? Think, this is my, I hope I'm not offending anybody here, but like, I've dealt with my own addictions. But think of an addict. They don't go around living life like, oh man, I'm out and like I'm just gonna experience withdrawals, it's gonna be bad. No, they're out there and they're gonna find their fix. They're gonna go out and they're gonna find what fills that for them. Like, again, I've dealt with my own addictions, so like, you gotta be a fiend sometimes, and you have to just keep that passion within yourself to get it done. You know, it's the King of Wands is a man of like, this is my creativeness. I know I can use my mind, I can use my spirit, my soul. This is what I want to create. This is what I want to bring into the world. This is what I want to bring out to the world, and etc. It's different for a lot of addicts. It's difficult too. Yes. Again, I've been in that boat, and personally, I believe nowadays we're all a form of addicts, especially because we're so used to having things as an instant gratification. When we don't get it right away, we're just like, why not? Like, why can't I have it now? And then it makes us angry, and it makes us not be the person we want to be. So think about it in a way of, now is the time to make a plan, and then you don't have to break down the details of all of the plan. You don't have to have all of the details of how to make this happen. That is the universe's job to bring to you. Your job is just to decide, this is my goal, and I'm going to plan enough for it. I'm going to put in the work, and don't expect it to just show up in a platter the way you want it to. In fact, I always like to think of it as like, I create the plan, and then I'm going to let the universe surprise me, because I know the universe, once I give them the idea of what it is that I want, they provide something even better. And that always gets me excited, because I never know what it is it'll be. But I just know it is better than what I'm already thinking. Like, I'm already thinking this is the best possible outcome. And like, this is the greatest thing that, like, you know, if I'm putting in my creative work, my art, and I'm doing all of this work, that the rewards that come with it are going to be so much better than I have ever hoped. And it's going to be a great surprise. And I'm going to let the universe surprise me. So now is the perfect time to do that. Now is the perfect time to decide what it is that you truly desire. Now is the perfect time to decide, you know what, this is the honest truth. And like, sometimes it sounds ridiculous, sometimes it sounds insane. And I like that fortune cookie that I read, like, what, last week? If your dreams don't scare you, it's because they're not big enough. Aw, Cones, aw, thank you. Thank you. Hey there, Reckless Fire. We're all Veruca Salt. What's that? But hi, Reckless Fire. It's been a while. Hi, friend. Welcome back to the Serentipsy Tavern. Right, so, my dear friend, I keep forgetting your name, is like Alan on here, which throws me off, because one of my best friends' name is Alan, but we call him AJ. We have the Chariot, with the King of Swords. The Chariot, the Cancer card. The Chariot is about being determined to overcome the obstacles. Yes, you're not where you're at, where you want to be, and you won't be for a while. There's a lot of journey. There's a whole path ahead of you. I like how the other card, or at least in this deck, it's like you got like thousands of miles to go. But that doesn't mean, you know, like, you can't get there. And you can see the pathway, and you can see that there's a lot of obstacles and a lot of work that needs to be done. But the idea is to stay determined, to just truck on through and say, you know what? I'm trying to get there. And I know there's a lot in between, but I'm going to do it. I'm gonna do it anyways. And that is my goal. That is my big picture. You just gotta have the big picture in your head and say, that is what I want. And I'm gonna do everything I can to make it happen. No matter what. Even if I'm tripping, even if I'm falling, even if I lose a wheel, I'm just gonna find a way to make it over there no matter what. And that's the point of the chariot, is to make it there no matter what. And with the King of Swords underneath, it's to be honest with yourself and with the people around you. King of Swords, I've always liked to picture him as Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek. You can call me Al. I'm hoping to produce one comic, one movie a month. That's a big goal. That's a very big goal. And you know what? Do it. Do it. I need to get ready for the day. Thank you very much for the reading. Of course, of course. Oh, thank you for the follow, guys. Lack of income. Again, keep that determination. If you keep telling yourself, I can't do this because lack of income, well, guess what? You're going to keep staying in that spot saying, I can't do it because I have no money. But if you're like, I'm going to get income. I don't know how. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to make income. I'm going to have money. You're going to start overcoming those obstacles. As long as you keep focus of, I'm going to make money. You don't have to know how just yet. You don't know what it is that you want to do just yet. But if you just keep the thought of, I'm going to make income. I'm going to have enough money for the things that I want. I'm going to have the money to pay for my bills. I'm going to have the money regardless of what I'm doing. You know, like, there's so many opportunities out there in this world. I'm making money from running this tavern. It may not be the luxurious amounts, but it's keeping me afloat for now. Because I'm still trying to decide how I want to aim where my tavern goes, right? I want to start traveling, and I gotta decide how I want to make that happen. I don't have the funds to buy a freaking camper right now. Marry you, unfortunately, my heart belongs to another, so that would be a hard no. Keep focused and stay positive on a workout. 100%. Is it gonna appear like magic? Because it could. It could. It depends on how you allow yourself to receive it. How you believe you could receive. If you believe you can win the lottery, so be it, but that's not an easy one. You know, like, you have to be honest with yourself. The King of Swords. You have to be honest on what you're able to do, what you believe in. If you believe that you can find $1,000 on the ground, it'll happen. If you believe that people will give you money, it'll happen. If you believe that you can make money on your art, on your creative outlets, it'll happen. But you have to first be honest with yourself. Be honest on where you are limiting yourself. Because the King of Swords, the mind, I like to think of him as Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek. So, he is a man who is based in logic, but he's not like excluding emotion entirely. He understands the emotional value, but he makes his choice on logic. So, for example, when William Riker approaches Picard saying, I am in love with this alien that I know that can cause a disruption in my career, Picard is like, look, I support you as a friend, but I have to uphold the rules of the Federation. So if that's what you want to do, I support you, but I also have to support the law. And he's very fair about it. So you have to be honest with yourself, and then also speak from authenticity and from that truth. Doing readings today? Yes, Reckless Fire. If you would like one, let me know. Win the lottery. Don't I still have to play? And have a good day. You too, Goob. I haven't seen you online forever. Hope you're doing good. Jean-Luc Picard wasn't emotionally. You're mishearing me, friend. I'm saying he's based more on logic than he is on emotion. And he has his emotional moments, like the Borg. The Borg triggers him for obvious reasons. He was kidnapped and he was assimilated into it. He was forced into it. But I'm saying Picard is more logical than he is emotional, but he's not excluding emotion because he values emotion. He's not the type of leader to be like, I'm the captain, you have to listen to me because I said so. He has his reasons. He's got very valid reasons. Kitty, yeah, he understands his emotions. Yes, thank you, Reckless Fire. He's well aware of his emotions. He is able to put his emotions to the side. He's able to put his feelings to the side to make a fair and just judgment. Like, for example, when Data had to be on trial to prove that he is a sentient android that can be a real person and considered a real person, because there was a science officer who wanted to break Data apart because he's just a robot. He's not really a person, and it would benefit us if we can study him. And Data's like, I don't want to be broken apart. I don't want that. And I'm allowed to have my wants. In fact, the fact that I have a want proves that I can be a person. And Picard was forced to go against Data on that trial, and Data had to present his argument, and Picard had to go against it, and Picard had to put his feelings to the side, his personal bias of Data, of like, what do you mean, like, I have to go against one of my crew members? Of course I want to defend my crew member. But the Galactic Federation said, you are the captain, you have to put your bias on the side, and we want you to go against Data. And if you make like a lame argument, because they know how he's like, if you present a lame argument, then they're just gonna automatically dismiss the case, and Data's gonna be broken apart. So Picard had to learn to put his emotions to the side and play the bad guy. I remember when Data had a child. I don't remember that. Data had a child? I don't remember that. Data was about setting boundaries. Yeah, and Data was also about wanting to become more human. That is his whole goal in Next Gen. When I read the Bible, the writer's Bible for Data, that's literally what they wrote. His goal for the entire series is to become more human, to understand human emotion. When to laugh, when to be angry, when to be sad, when to feel all these emotions, and why to feel them. Personally, Data's just autistic rap, so that show was so ahead of its time. It was. 100% it was. I love that show. Fantastic show. Highly recommend it.
Because you had just one more 3 rounds ago. Because the 5 a.m. flight seemed like a good idea at the time.
It did start in the late 80s. Great show. Great show. They even had an episode, and it blew my mind, of they ran into a planet where this alien race, everybody was non-binary. And if they so claimed to have a gender, they would be forced to go to camps and brainwashed back into saying, oh, I'm non-binary. Being a female or a male was just a phase. I was like, no way that was an episode. Holy hell. Way ahead of its time. And that was kind of like the plot of that's the one where William Riker's like, yeah, I really love her and I really like her, and someone snitched on her, and so she had to then go to the camp, and then she came back and she's like, oh, sorry, Will, like it was just a phase. I wasn't really a she, I'm now a they. Memory Alpha. Was it called that? Riker fell in love with one of them. Yeah. That's the Data Child one. Memory Alpha. I think I vaguely remember that one. Is that the one where they had to shut her down after something happened? I'm gonna have to like rewatch Star Trek Next Gen, because like such a comfort show for me. I'm trying to remember. Data's child. Yeah, okay, the one I'm thinking of is The Offspring. Data created Lowell by constructing a new android body and duplicating his own neural pathways. Yeah, I'm thinking of The Offspring. I always thought Star Trek was trying to teach us how to be better people. 100%. That was the point of Star Trek. Like, I love Star Trek as like a positive human future for a sci-fi, because like I feel like a lot of sci-fis are these dystopian stories, which are fun, but like I feel like we need more positive utopia stories. Star Trek brought my family together. Mine too. Star Trek and Star Wars. We always used to watch it. Yeah, yeah. I was never really a big fan of Captain Kirk, but I understand people who like Captain Kirk, but I wasn't really a personal fan. But Next Gen, fell in love with Next Gen, and then I started the Voyager, and Deep Space Nine. I think I only saw the first episode of Deep Space Nine, and then I'm like halfway into season 1 of the Voyager. I'm enjoying Voyager. I'm enjoying Captain Janeway. I think I like her as a captain. I think she's great. It was better than Star Wars because of that. I agree. I personally like the stories in Star Trek more than Star Wars. 100%. Another fun episode in Star Trek Next Gen was them finding like this spaceship, and it had 3 humans that from our time that had been frozen because they had like a certain disease that we couldn't cure. So these 3 humans were frozen so that they'd be, you know, saved for the future so that they can be healed of this disease. And these 3 humans were, the first one was like some country cowboy art, like super rich artist who froze himself. Second guy was like a Wall Street accountant, and then the third person was like a humble wife who didn't want to be frozen, but her husband decided to freeze her. So I was like, that kind of sucks. I don't know if I would want that, like without my say. So she was frozen, and they had the money for it. 'Cause like, can you imagine waking up like years later and you don't know what your family's like because you've just been gone for so long. You're just like, hey, here's your great grandmother from the 21st century. And it's like, what the fuck? I was a Picard fan. I am a bigger Star Wars fan, admittedly. No, it's fair. Respectable. It's fair. Voyager was Janeway being a badass, but it also had some lessons. There's great lessons in Voyager so far that I've been enjoying. Especially since like her number 1 is Captain Chakotay. Well, he was like the thief captain, but then became like a number 1 because, you know, the situation that they were in. And Chakotay, I love the episode of where he teaches Captain Janeway how to meet her spirit animal, because that's exactly how you do it. Like the meditation he did for her, perfect. It kind of inspired me to like try and write my own meditations. Still a work in progress, but when I get there, I'll post them, because I feel like it'd be really fun to try and teach people how to meditate truly, because I feel like there's a lot of stereotypes, negative stigmatism around meditation. So I kind of want to set the record straight when it comes to meditation. So anyways, yeah, the gosh, what episode was I talking about? It was like a Next Gen. Oh yeah, the three humans. I just love how like after being unfrozen, the accountant guy was like, "Oh, I bet I'm so rich now. I bet my investments are like what, like I can't even fathom how much money I have." And then Picard just goes, we don't have money. So your investments mean nothing." And he's like, "What?" And he gets all like pissy and upset. But they're also in the middle of like another situation at the same time. So there was like a scene of him like spamming the intercom of like, "I need to speak to the captain right now," and blah blah blah. And then Picard just had it, and he shows up, And he was like, I'd appreciate if you stopped doing that. He was like, well, if it was so important, then why isn't there like a security code or a lock button or like a way to prevent me from like spamming it? And then Picard's like, because in our time, we have the brains to understand that that intercom is meant for the captain and for emergencies only. We don't need to remind ourselves of that. We don't need to lock it for that reason because we understand that and are responsible with it. And I was like, go off, dude. Go off. Tell him. Star Wars fan. But then Disney happened. Yeah. Yeah. Disney indeed happened. Canon is what you believe to be at this point. It's kind of true. OG trilogy. 100%. I agree. The OG trilogy, 4, 5, and 6. The Legends in EU. No money was a wild concept, but it might be possible if we believe. I 100% believe it is possible. Like, gosh, I can already hear all of, that's communism. Like, oh my gosh, get out of here, dude. But I love the no money concept because, like, I think it's just so ridiculous how our basic necessities aren't being met when they can easily be met. We don't need billionaires. I don't think people understand how much 1 billion is compared to 1 million. I truly don't think people see the difference between 1 million and 1 billion. You can delete 1 million from 1 billion and they'd still have stupid amount of money. We don't need billionaires. Period. And it just blows my mind. It's neither communism nor socialism. It's, why not both? Right, Autumn? He's such a cute boy. I also love this story of how humans came into contact with the Galactic Federations and how we first encountered the Vulcans. I love that in Next Gen they explained it, that the man who invented warp drive was after, you know, the cataclysm of humans almost destroying themselves, and it's apocalyptic, everyone's just trying to survive, and this one very smart man was just like, you know what, if I'm gonna die, I might as well die in a very cool way, in a way that I would feel happy about. And his idea was, I'm gonna shoot myself into space, and if I'm gonna die in space, how far can I get into our solar system before I explode or die in space, right? So he creates his spaceship. He's just drunk as fuck. And his whole goal is just, how far can I get into space before I die? That's his goal. He doesn't know all of the details about it, but his goal is, I want to make it out to Saturn at least. And he wants to do it as fast as possible, and he does it. He achieves it. He creates warp drive, so he shoots himself from Earth to Saturn, and he gets there in, like, I think warp 1 is like from here to Saturn in like 2 hours. And when he did that, you know, he drank himself to just be so drunk, and he's like, I'm ready to die, woohoo, and he shoots himself. And that's when Spock and the Vulcans so happened to be flying near our solar system and was like, what the hell, humans have figured out warp drive. Wow, alright, let's go introduce ourselves. And he was so ready to die, but because he did that right when the Vulcans were flying by, they basically like just took him in, and they're like, wow, you did it, congratulations. And he's like, huh? Just drunk as fuck, and he's like, what is happening? And I remember that episode, they kind of like go back in time and they meet him, and the crew are just so fascinated with him, and they're like telling him like, wow, you're a man of legend, and they built a whole museum, like literally right here there's a statue of you. And he's just like, please reconsider. Autumn. He's like, I don't deserve this museum, I don't deserve this statue. Me, I'm just a drunk old fool who just wanted to die in space. Like, why did you guys praise me? You shouldn't praise me. He felt so undeserving about it. Autumn, I can't read chat. You're like in the way now, friend. Sick as in bad. Billionaires are a sick concept. Yeah, I agree. I'm glad they made him flawed enough. I agree. I love that they made him flawed because that's the great things about human, you know? Like we don't have to be perfect to create great things in the world that'll help the world, that'll help humans, that'll help society. The Mirror Universe version, I don't know if I have. Come here, bud. Good boy. You're showing your butt off to the world, and I don't know if I appreciate that. Good boy. What a good boy. We'd be much better at helping each other if everyone wasn't obsessed with money. We'd be so much better if we weren't so obsessed with our own views, our own selfishness, our own greed, our own jealousy, our own comparisons to each other, because like there's no point. Like, and again, this girl I was talking to on set, like her and I, oh my gosh, we were just going back and forth, like yeah, it was so funny. Because like, especially in like girl community, right, like how girls be jealous of each other. She was like, I never get it, because I'm never trying to compete with another girl or like anyone in general. And she's like, you can't win against me because I want you to win too. And I'm like, yeah, it's impossible to compete against me because I'm not trying to win or lose. I want everybody to win. So if you're comparing yourself to me, or you're trying to have this competition with me where someone's got to be a winner or a loser, it's not going to work, because I don't want to view anybody to be a loser. I want everybody to be a winner. Like, I want you to win. The single reading today? Yeah, I am doing just one card readings today. The Mirror Universe, they kill the Vulcans. Oh wait, is that one of the movies? I think I've heard of it. I think that's one of the movies. I just can't remember which one. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Wow, look at that. I'm at 13.7 likes. You guys are amazing. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you all. Just so very mucho. No, no. Adam. You want to do the next readings? You want to pick the cards for me? You can't win against me because I won't compete. It's true. It's true. I like a good friendly competition, don't get me wrong, but on a serious note, I want everybody to win. I just want everybody to have fun. I want everybody to be happy. I want to know how my media will do. I don't do specific questions for my live readings unless you pay for one. When I do my one card free readings, I do whatever the guys want me to tell you. Reckless Fire. Oh, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gifts. My paid readings are on my Ko-fi page if you want to go over there. I do have it set up. I believe it should say like tarot reading live ones, whatever. I don't remember.
This is the test of the Reese's broadcast system. If you're currently eating Reese's,
I'm gonna double check right now. But I'll do one card for you. For sure, for sure, for sure.
Now, do not stay calm. Push people out of the way.
Yeah, it says live streams on it. Just making sure.
It's just an Uber away. Because tonight you're the
Boxing gloves. Thank you.
because the pregame turned into the main event, and because walking in heels at 1 a.m. is a terrible
I don't think
idea.
I've ever seen the boxing
Because
glove
there are
gifts
nights out in
before.
your area
There's nothing
where
wrong
drivers in your
with
area.
hestity and friendly
Watch the
competition.
ride today. Wait 10
But
minutes,
yeah,
turn the
yeah,
conditions of
exactly.
boxing
I was like, hestiny, healthy. But as long as it stays friendly, good sportsmanships, you know? Like, I actually just watched a video before falling asleep on my nap. These two boxers. I forgot their names, but they're going at it, and clearly one dude, he's just taking the punches that eventually the other boxer was just like, dude, I'm gonna teach you how to block these punches. And he's teaching him how to block his own punches, and you can tell that he was genuinely teaching him, and not like he's making fun of him teaching kind of way, you know what I'm saying? But he was genuinely teaching him how to block the punches. And I feel like that guy at that point was just like, yeah, I'm losing, I might as well just take the punches. I feel like that's what it felt like. But I was like, I haven't seen many boxers or like MMA fighters be like that sportman, like having that sportsmanship. I thought that was such a genuine moment. I really liked that. That was very cute. But a mono white deck? What does that mean? It's hard to have a friendly disposition when you're carrying top in league. Magic cards? They are indeed magical cards. Blessed with magical things. Probably do the same thing if I was in sports. I'd feel like, yeah, if I knew if I was losing, I feel like I'd do the same. But, and if I was winning, I'd be the same. I'd be like, I'll teach you how to do this thing. Like, you don't have to keep taking my punches, yo. Like, oh, not that type of magic. Never mind. Oh, you're talking about, I can't reach it. My cat's in my lap, but I have Magic the Gathering cards. They're just down there. MGT, yeah. I have it down there. I just can't because I got my orange cat on my lap. Yeah. Oh, no worries, no worries. I'm on the floor. Okay. So I believe it was Reckless Fire. I'm gonna choose, yeah, that one card. I haven't seen anything come in on the Ko-fi page, so the one card, it shall be Cat Jail. I'm in cat jail right now. Let's see what the guides wish to say. Number 13, Death. And touch the sky. 3 of Pentacles underneath. Okay. The Death card, number 13, the Scorpio card. Scorpio and Death are all about rebirth, life and death. Looking for people to play with. If we use Spell Table Online, I am still new to Magic the Gathering. My boyfriend, on the other hand, he'd be happy to play. Maybe we could set up a little play date in the tavern. I'm sure he'd be stoked. Tarot, yes. This is Tarot. My cat's feeling badly right now. Aw, say less. I'll let him know when he comes. I found you a friend to play Magic the Gathering with. Okay. Reckless Fire. Death. Rebirth. I always like to think of the phoenix, right? When phoenix lives its life, it dies, but then it comes back fiery, all new. This is true when it comes to our life, when we are experiencing old beliefs that are dying down, or maybe it's kind of like this change that's happening. It could even be simple as like leaving an old job, getting a new job. It could be graduating high school, starting college, or graduating college and getting the job of your dreams. It's an end to something to then a new beginning. So it's not like a dead end stop. It's just, oh, there's a song I was listening to recently. It was called Second Chance. Sometimes goodbye is a second chance. That's the lyrics. Sometimes goodbye is a second chance. That's the Death card. So there's something you're saying goodbye to, but it's for a second chance at something else. It's so that a new opportunity can come in. And saying goodbye to this thing can be difficult. It can be hard. It can be what's the word? You know, you've been having this thing, this person, this life, this belief, and now you're saying goodbye to it, but it's to welcome something new at the same time. And if when you're resistant to this change, well, it makes this death card a bit hard to transition to. Because I think the card that comes after the death card is Temperance, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong. I'm gonna double check what's next after death. Number 13. What's 14? I'm right, Temperance. So Temperance is the Sagittarius card. Temperance is about finding that balance, right? When we say goodbye to this thing we no longer need, when we finally end that chapter, we then welcome the balance. We now welcome that opportunity to find temperance within our life, to finally have the scales be in a place where we're proud of it, to have our beliefs and our philosophical ideas and who we are and the way we live life, the way that satisfies us. Good morning. Oh, thank you for the roses. Thank you. Detached. Death card can be a lot darker than that, though. It very much depends. With the Three of Pentacles, it ain't that dark. It ain't that deep. Three of Pentacles underneath is community. Three of Pentacles, the original photo of Three of Pentacles is three people building a church. And it's understanding what you bring to the table. So it could be as simple as you may feel like there was a lot you had brought to the table, or maybe you were putting in a lot of work in the project compared to everybody else, or maybe there was just a lot of misunderstanding on working on a project together. Maybe there was just a lot of mishaps, a lot of backtracking, a lot of miscommunication, whatever it was. But Three of Pentacles is community. Three of Pentacles, gosh, is understanding. This is what I'm able to bring to the table. This is what I'm able to do. And we're going to make this work out by working together. It's like the three people building the church. One person's like the architect. The other person knows how to promote the church and bring people. The other person knows how to decorate the church so that people feel like they're comfortable in it. Whatever it is that you are building together, right? It's maybe like whatever you had been trying to build hasn't been going the way you've hoped. Maybe the way you've been going about building this job, this career, the way you make your income, the way you work with other people, maybe it hasn't been as smoothly as you had hoped. And it's okay. It's just time to realize what it is that's not working. Let that die out. Say, okay, we did everything that we possibly could. We're going to end this chapter and we're going to start anew. Maybe it fell apart. It could be like, you know, if you're in a band and like a band member just didn't like the vibes and one of them left and now you have to find a new band member and replace them. So, reckless fire. Whatever has been going on with you, it hasn't been working out for a reason. The foundations just wasn't there. And the way it's been working out, it's meant to end so that you can start anew, or it will work out. It'll click better. It's a rebirth to it. But so don't be so resistant to like it didn't work out and like don't say it's too stuck on that. You know, it didn't work out for a reason. A saying I like to hear that I've been picking up on recently. Every rejection is a redirection. I love that. Every rejection is a redirection. Got it. Thanks. It applies to what I am doing. Yay! I'm glad it resonated. Separate. Yeah. I'll get you one free card. That's how it works here at the tavern.
Make the moments that matter possible.
quality that's affordable in every aisle. Smith,
Let's go.
fresh for everyone.
I'll go back to
Choose from a
these
great
cards here.
selection of digital coupons and use them up to
Thank
5
you,
times
of
in one
course.
transaction. Check our
And
app for
thank you
details.
for stopping by in the tavern, hanging out. This is the Serentipsy Tavern. I'm known as the Sage of Chaos. We just like to hang out. One day, I'll go out into the human world, bring the tavern to you. That is a goal I feel like I would enjoy. But I'm still asking myself, do I really want to? And I feel like I do, but I'm still... It's still a cooking idea. What do I need to do? You don't need to do anything. I just ask my guide to ask your guides what needs to be said. And then we go from there. We have the 2 and 4 of wands. Wow, many wands. Are you a fire sign? The chaos. Okay. 2 of wands. I always like to think of the 2 of wands as like making a decision, a choice to be made, contemplating where it is you want to go. Because wands are always about taking action based on your passions. So if you've been questioning about what it is that you want to do, what it is that you desire, you're just kind of staring off at the distance of like, how to choose after a new starting point and determines the future direction. Yeah, taking that moment of realizing that there's option A, option B, what is it that I want more? Anticipation, restlessness, detachment, withdrawal, wanderlust, lack of contentment. It also tends to be traveling. It's like one of those travel cards. It could be travel overseas. Oh, and then the 4 of wands underneath. A reason to celebrate. So 4 of wands, I always like to think of, I don't know, Aquarius is air sign. The assassin of hell. Whoa, I didn't realize we had a very special guest in the tavern. Hello there, friend. Welcome to the Serentipsy Tavern. Ah, okay. Yeah, Aquarius is an air sign. But with the wands is fire. It's about taking inspired action specifically. 4 of wands underneath is about finding a reason to celebrate. Since it's like, you know, these 2 people getting married and they're like super happy and they're like, you know, there's like friends in the background celebrating with them. But I also like to like mention like birthdays, you know, it's just a reason to celebrate. You know, when you go to a wedding or when you have a wedding, it's just a regular day that you decide to celebrate. And then your birthday is the day you decide to celebrate your day of existing, that you came into this world. It's been a whole cycle around the sun for you. So with the 2 of wands and with the 4 of wands, it's giving me like, you've been wanting to take action, but unsure what action to take. And to help you find what it is that you want to take action on is to act from excitement. Give yourself a reason to celebrate. You know, you're not at like the end goal. You're not at the finish line. And, you know, same with weddings. It takes time to plan for one day. And for your birthday, you know, some people do last minute plans for their birthday. So you just have to decide what it is that you want to go. Do it from a place of excitement. Do it from a place of knowing that it's not the end goal. And you're not exactly celebrating like a big victory. You're just celebrating whatever reason you want to give it to. Like, you're celebrating because you got a new job. You're celebrating because it's your birthday. You're celebrating because a friend got a promotion. You're celebrating because you got a promotion. You're celebrating because you graduated high school, or you graduated college, or you finished some class of certification, like whatever it is, present good. And the next, do you know how to break a curd? Probably not. Mostly another person. So the idea here is kind of deciding, where do you want to go from this exciting feeling, when you allow yourself to be excited for this next chapter in your life, or like this moment in your life. You know, if things have been feeling down, how can you bring excitement back into your life would be the question. Maybe it's time that you go on vacation somewhere. Maybe you decide to travel across the seas, go on a cruise ship, or visit someone across the states. Whatever it is, find a reason to just act from excitement, from passion, something that moves you, something that you know that is new, you know, because it's starting from a new point. You know, you were like, wow, I'm finally here to give myself time to decide what it is that I truly want to do. Maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you want to go visit a friend in another state. Like, whatever it is, how can you act from excitement today to then let yourself enjoy the next moment? Oh, curse. I was like, cured. I don't know what that means. Like, cured beef jerky? Question mark. And yes, I do know how to break curses. Everybody goes about it differently. I'm a chaotic witch. So, and I'm also, I'm more on an, I dabble in witchcraft, yes, but I'm more of a healer. So I'm more like shaman. I'm more like a guru, whatever, a sage. That's why I call myself a sage of chaos. Curses, in my book, in my grimoire of understanding, curses are put on you based from other people who wish ill, evil eye, whatever you want to call it. So the best way, in my opinion, to break curses is to take that energy, because they're giving you that energy, by the way. Get that energy, and I'm an alchemist. I transmute that into good energy, because sometimes I don't have the energy to do certain things. But if someone's giving me the evil eye, or someone's giving me a curse, well, that's some extra energy I can use. I know some people are like, oh, you can return to sender. Like, sure, but now you're just bouncing back and forth the energy, and like, I could use the energy. So I'm going to take the energy, I'm going to transmute it, and I'm going to use it to my benefit. So that the more that they speak ill of me, the more they try to put negative energy out there on me, the more it contributes to my success. I don't have to do anything. The universe, my spirit guides, they take care of everything for me. I don't have to curse them back. I don't have to hex them. I don't have to do any of that stuff. They do it for me. But I'm going to take that extra energy and just transmute it to my success. And especially the days where I feel like I don't feel very successful, well, it's okay. I got my pocket of extra energy. Even my cat knows. Exactly. What do you know more about black magic that might have been affected from associated parties that don't practice, but they might have happened something towards you? So that's a good question. People who don't really know what they're doing, it's even worse. It's gonna backfire on them worse. When you dabble in that kind of stuff, if you don't know what you're doing, good luck. So for the people who are casting anything against you, and if they don't know what they're doing, it's even easier to transmute that energy into your own success. But the way curses and hexes work is that you have to believe in it. You have to allow that energy to come into your energy and say, oh my gosh, they're so right, I'm having all this bad luck. And the more you believe in that, the more you give into that, the more that curse and hex works. But if you don't believe in it, and especially if you know that they don't have the knowledge to get you or to make it work in their favor, well, that's a dead hex, that's a dead spell, because you're not going to buy into it. It's the same thing as someone walking up to you and you're wearing white socks and they're telling you your socks are orange and they're weird. If you believe them, you're going to start to believe that your socks are orange. But if you look at them and you're like, my socks are white, or my socks are black, or my socks are blue, they're not orange, the curse and hex won't work. Because that's the point of part of it working. You can't buy into it. You don't have to. And you can just say, you know what? If my socks are oranges, then I'm going to get all the oranges I could ever want. I was cursed when I was born. I am chaos. I am this age of chaos. You and I are not that different. My uncle has, and I was a product of that. Do you believe in demons? Yes. I work with a few, actually. I work with a few different demons, deities, gods, goddesses, spirit animals, my ancestors, a little bit everything. I got my finger in every other pie. I haven't though, but I have definitely seen my own things. Everyone's got their own experience. Mine too. There's a lot of people I speak to. I'm part of many Discord communities. We love discussing of our own experiences, beliefs, ideas. It's great. It's a great, wonderful online community. Same here. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Shadow people? Oh yeah. I didn't realize a lot of people see the Hat Man. I thought I was making that up for the longest time from when I saw him from middle school. And I think it's really funny that people who take a lot of Benadryl tend to see the Hat Man. And little like shadow spiders. Spiders ones are more common than the Hat Man. But I was surprised to hear that people see the Hat Man. And I was like, huh. I thought it was just a me thing, but okay. Why is it similar to what I have seen? You used to do black magic. I'm not a big fan of black magic because again, it requires negative energy that I don't particularly like to work with. Because the universe already handles it for me. So why do I need to invest in something I essentially don't need to do? But that's just me. Yeah, it'll do that. Especially, there's a lot of rules that go to it. So back in high school, I learned my lesson too. Is the top hat with the trench coat something I've seen similar? I was young. Yeah, I believe that's what the Hat Man was for me too. It wasn't exactly like a big top hat, but it was like a top hat, trench coat for sure. I think that's like the common one people say for the Hat Man. My personal theory, if we're dimensional beings, right? I like to think of shadow figures as like fourth, fifth dimensional beings that cast their shadows into our dimension. Because think of like 1 or 2 dimensions, because we're like 3D 4D dimension creatures. So like we cast our shadow in the 2D realm, and like when you play with your shadow with like ants and like insects, they interact with your shadow, but they can't touch your shadow, but they interact with your shadow. So I kind of view it sort of the same, where it's just like we can see the being's shadow, we just can't really interact with it. 2 souls. One is a demon. Well, that's an interesting thing to hear. I heard of the top man, but it is something I had seen and understood as well. Yes, correct. Yeah. Well, these are fun conversations. I love having these conversations. They can be interesting and fun. Ooh, 6:06 a.m. Look at that. I will follow you. Aw, the assassin of hell. You hear that, Adam? The assassin of hell is following the tavern. Thank you. Thank you so much for following. We appreciate it. But 6:06. I think I may end the stream here pretty soon, because I need to wake up in a few hours to take my mom to work. Will do. I appreciate the conversations. I appreciate the time given to be here at the tavern. So does this guy. My little familiar. My orange kitty. My creator of chaos. It is 5:07, so you must be on like Pacific time. I'm in the mountain times. I'm out in the mountains. I gotta say, moving from the desert up in the mountains has been great. I love seeing the seasons change. It's great. I don't know if I want to leave the mountains. I don't know if I want to ever go back to the desert. Right, Autumn? He's gonna see snow for the first time this year. Well, he sort of saw it last year. It didn't really snow a lot last year. But I have a feeling we're going to see a little more snow. California, yep. That is the Pacific coast. I have quite a few friends out there in the California, yay. And quite a few family members, all spread out from the north of the Bay Area to down south in LA. A little bit of everywhere. But I want to say thank you all for joining, for tuning in. Tomorrow, or I guess later tonight, since it is the new moon, I don't know how my schedule is gonna look like, because I do try to go down to Salt Lake, hang out with some friends and spin some fire. We're usually there until about midnight-ish. If I'm not too tired, I definitely stream. Hey, you do you. Okay. I think my kitty wants something from me. I think he wants water. So, I'm gonna end the stream. Always join the Discordia link in my bio there. I always update if I'm going to be streaming that day or not. And I shall see you guys very soon. Look out for my videos. I do try to post every day. Okay. Ah, cat. You know, he likes to be on camera sometimes, not always, sometimes. But I'll see you guys later on. I'll definitely see you in the videos I post. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good morning / good night. I don't know how you guys look at it. But thank you. And I'll see you another time. Bye-bye. And same with you, YouTube peeps. It was great seeing some of you. And I'll see you another time.